Welcome, everybody, back to the Nimbostratus campaign. This is a Halloween special we are doing for, I would say Spooky Sunday, but it's actually Saturday. So welcome to Spooky Saturday. This is a one-shot that takes place roughly about a week into the future of where our campaign has left off from session 3. This is between arcs of the story, so things that we gain from this one-shot will be available to us in the future, but they will not be pertaining to session 4. So if you are watching these highlights in order in the playlist on Twitch, or if I eventually port them out to YouTube on YouTube, you'll have a better understanding of what's going on. So this will be canon for our universe, but it will be a little bit down the line. So thank you guys for showing up today. I do appreciate it, and I hope you all enjoy. Okay, I'm done being a cranky bitch.
It's business as usual in the city of Rook Bay. The streets are bustling and bursting with comrades, and the citizens of the upper strata live in their blissful, privileged isolation. The pilgrims flock to the Blessed Quarter, and yet the harbor has been unusually quiet.
Ooh. Let's see. It's just me, or have things been a little quiet around here recently?
I'm bored.
I'd expect nothing less from you.
Well, I mean, it's better than being chased around. That's that much.
I'll give you that much. At least it's been peaceful. Gives me some time alone with, well, I'd say with me thoughts, but I'm not quite sure where those are. I have lost them. Tay, how's it going?
I'm still trying to find them, aren't we?
I'm always trying to find them.
It's early evening, and you're all gathered in the Compass Rose, toasting to your most recent successes. When you've noticed the lack of other patrons, you've never seen the bar so empty.
Carina's kind of tipping back in her chair, her feet on the table. And she looks around. You know, it really has been quite quiet. Even in here, where it's usually so busy, there's like nothing going on.
Well,
I wonder
we're
if
just celebrating.
I wonder if our old friend the tiefling over there might know something.
I'll go ask.
Of course you will, Mila. Carina offers a very strained wink. This is the flirting, right?
This is the flirting. You're getting better at this. I'm proud of you.
Ah, fantastic. Well, I'm glad I'm learning something.
Rose walks over to your table. Miserable, ain't it?
Well, I mean, with you as company, I can't say it's completely miserable. She says with like a slight smirk.
Go for it, Mila. Carina's not quiet.
Col'Tash just unabashedly says, "Grab her horns."
Oi! Now that's a little too personal. Carina smacks her hand on the table. As she has horns, she knows what that's like.
Only if she's consenting. Consent is key.
Mila's gotten the okay to touch Rose's back, and that's as far as Mila's gonna try it.
Rose flashes a hint of fang as she smiles.
Mila smiles back.
Oh, we just started, so you're fine.
Do you know anything about this? I'm not quite sure exactly why it's so quiet. I don't think I've ever heard of this quiet before.
The damn lighthouse has been on the fritz. None of the ships can dock safely. No ships, no sailors, no trade.
Oh, that doesn't sound too grand. If there's no trade, then we can't be getting anything for the loots we've been collecting from our recent successes. That's what I think the words I heard in my head were.
Col'Tash kind of points outside, like the massive lighthouse that we passed on the way in. That one?
What other lighthouse is there, Col'Tash?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Well, you do come from the void, was it? I mean, how many more could there be just floating about?
Eye on Rook's Head
Limbo.
Isle.
Ooh.
That sounds like a hell of a place. Well, maybe we could go check it out. What do y'all think? I mean, I'm sure we could figure something out as far as getting the light fixed. It's got to be as easy as screwing in a light bulb.
Well, maybe if you just breathe on it, it'll work. What do you think, Carina?
Aye, you know what? That's a grand idea. I could make a torch and put it in the lighthouse.
That too. Mila deadpans because they realized the joke didn't land.
Not at all. Not even for me, so that makes it better. Go ahead, Sin.
Xander's basically gonna pick up his head off the table and think, let's at least look at it. It'd be better than just sitting around doing nothing.
No clue what it could be. It looks like no one's in a rush to do anything about it. Well, I guess if you want something done properly, listen, I know you're celebrating, darlings, but what would you say to a little job, eh?
Carina stands up exuberantly, knocking her chair onto its back. And she puts her fists on her hips and just looks like the almighty she-captain or something. And, of course, darling, I'd be looking for anything to get me out of this rut in my head. And she's got a strained smile on her lip and eye are twitching.
Dragonborn, stop breaking my bar.
Oh, pardon me, darling. And she leans down and picks up the chair.
Mila stands up, but looks to Rose. It looks like I'm not the only one that's willing to do anything for you.
She's been so
Rose's
nice to give us
response is
food.
grand.
Aye,
Col'Tash
grand.
is-
See? She's catching on.
Col'Tash just pulls out his lore book and a pen and starts writing. How many adventurers does it take to turn on a light?
At least 4.
Why do I feel like you're missing the word screw there?
Everybody's missing a screw here. I just looked at her.
Carina, takes her finger and mimics drilling into the side of her temple.
I've got an old pal, owes me a favor, could borrow a sailboat and take a trip. We'll see what fuss it is. Could be nothing. Or maybe that old coot lighthouse keeper finally popped his cogs. Either way,
Wait.
needs sorting.
Rose, are you coming with us? Oh my god, oh my god.
How many adventures can you take in a
Please, yes.
Mila's eyes flash like,
Please,
are you?
Phenomenal.
Hi, Fox.
Hello.
Hello.
Sure will be. How else do you plan to get there?
Well, I was thinking that we
Yeah.
could fly, and then I realized I don't have wings. So yeah, I could use a guide.
More that we need someone that can steer a boat. I don't think we want to crash anything that's not ours.
Who says I'm gonna crash?
Just emergency
I
landing.
love you, Carina, but
Probability?
I mean, if you've never been on a boat, it's very hard to steer one. Trust me, I've tried and it sank.
I think I've been on a boat.
Rose
Thinking
turns
about
to
it.
Aster, who's been bussing tables in the background while you were talking, and definitely not eavesdropping. Aster, hold down the fort. I'm heading out.
Oh, so we're getting started right this moment. Perfect.
We going right now.
Carina grabs her effects and her hammer and lashes it to her back.
Col'Tash puts away his book and just gets his daggers and starts slitting them into his vestments, just like, all right, well, we're doing this.
Xander just gonna stand up and start stretching as his back pops and stuff.
Oh. You sure that's all right? That didn't sound very good.
I've been sitting around too much,
Did you
not
do the one where you
moving.
grab the back of the chair and turn?
Too much sitting on the fighting and...
Aster said something?
Yep. Aster tense her eyebrows as she walks over to look up at Rose. I thought you said you were done with... She pauses for a moment. You're getting on in years. Are you sure you're still up to it?
Oh.
Oi! Rose kneels down to be at eye height with her. I'm not that old. And nothing's stopping me yet, eh? Besides, I have these strapping young heroes to take care of me, right? She smirks in your direction, encouraging you to back her up.
Carina very exuberantly places an arm around the tiefling's shoulders and pulls her into like a half hug, but she's a barbarian, so that's kind of a strong hug. And of course, Aster, we'll be making sure she's doing grand. We'll make sure your mother's all right.
Mila's just like, yes, very much so. You're really coming with us? Mila just looks confused, but happy, but like, what?
Aster huffs, but you can tell she's more at ease now. All right. But if something goes wrong, don't you expect me to patch you up and wear your coat? It's freezing out there.
Don't worry, I'll keep your mother nice and warm.
Good job, Mila.
In bed!
Carina gives you a
Col'Tash
wink.
starts walking towards the door.
Like a big ol' heckin' wink.
Just gonna make my way this way now, so I don't get hit.
Rose coughs and goes off to the back room for a moment.
Guffaw.
And
While
Xander
they're
hears
gone-
it's cold, Go ahead.
No, go on.
I was like, well, as soon as Xander hears it's cold, he kind of looks at what he's wearing, like, I should have kept the sleeves on my shirt.
I kept telling you not to rip them off, yeah.
I've got the sleeves on my shirt.
Do I have
If you want,
anything
I do
for
have
warm
an extra
blooded?
jacket.
Am I warm blooded?
Oh, let's see.
You're a lizard, honey.
Yeah, I'm a dragon. Dragons were warm blooded
Clothing,
lizards.
Xander, so if you need one, just let me know.
Yeah.
You're technically a warm-blooded reptile in my book. So
Yeah,
you
therefore,
like the warmth. but you
Dragonborn
don't
or warm blooded,
freeze.
happenstance confirms. Haha.
Yeah,
Is she-
Col'Tash,
does
you
she
probably
get-
want to keep that jacket. Clothes don't really do well with me.
Clothes don't do well with me.
Alright, well, too bad you sold that fur and just keeps walking.
That was over several weeks ago.
That was weeks ago, dude. You can't blame him. He didn't know I'd be doing this.
Fur! I skinned it myself!
Push comes to shove,
you
I've got a
still shot me
bedroll that we
back.
can use as a blanket.
I mean, if you're cold, I can always do it again.
Guys, I've got fire breath. We'll be fine.
Xander would notice Mila being extremely quiet and actually looking a little apprehensive about all this, but it wouldn't really be noticeable to others that haven't known them as long.
Yeah, Xander's gonna walk over to Mila and basically lean over talking to Elvis. Are you alright?
Just fine. And they drop into a lower tone. It's just this time, I won't be able to boast myself up in front of Rose. They'll know what an idiot I am, and I'm not quite sure I'm ready for that.
Can Carina hear them?
Or
She's talking lower, but not like super quiet, so...
Roll a perception check.
No, Carina has
Don't
no
hear a
idea what
damn
you're
thing.
saying. Carina sees a butterfly float by. She's not quite sure how it got in, but she's too distracted to know what you're talking about.
All right. So when Rose returns, she is equipped with a sheathed rapier and a long frock-style coat, which she is struggling to secure, mumbling under her breath, "Bloody thing's gotten smaller."
Ooh.
Oh.
Oof.
Carina looks up as she walks back into the room. You're looking mighty fancy, darling.
Bonnie is a new ship with sails.
Yeah!
As Mila's dying on the
Sail,
inside.
ship, sail, rope.
If you click on the image, it gives you a better view.
Ooh, nice, okay.
Mila just walks out the front door. Yes!
Carina
basically
walks up to
follow Mila.
Xander. Carina walks up to Xander before he leaves and goes, "She's mighty timid."
kind of new for me a bit, but I think it's just Xander's trying to think of what to say. As, again, Xander's not the smartest guy. He kind of understands what Mila's feeling, but not at the same time.
Yeah, you really haven't seen Mila do this kind of thing too much. Like, it's been, like, rare and far between that they've actually been flustered over someone. They flirt very well.
Yeah.
But it's rare that they get flustered.
I ship it.
Right. You lot ready?
Aye, darling. Why don't we be on it? Why don't we be getting wee? Carina has no longer the ability to speak.
Wee.
Wee. Aye, darling. Why don't we be getting going on our way?
What the dragon said.
She stands on the first step of the stairs and calls up to the balcony. Jeff! I'm borrowing your boat! You hear a faint and drowsy before Rose is ushering you hastily out the door. Go.
Oh, shit. Yeet to the wall.
Oh, no.
As they walk outside,
That's spooky.
all Carina can hear is the crashing of the waves against the docks. It seems a bit rough out here, and she just looks around. Boy, maybe there's more of a reason why the ships haven't been coming into port.
Maybe the corruption spread further than Gwen let on.
It's progressing to late evening now. A fog has rolled in, as it often does this time of year. And it's a biting chill in the air as the wind howls around you. You're led to a good-sized sailboat, reminiscent of a schooner. A fine vessel. It'll suit us well. Rose hops up and immediately starts fiddling with ropes, hoisting sails, and preparing to cast off, with a familiarity and ease that you wouldn't have expected from a bartender. Come on aboard, lads, while the wind is with us. Boy, I put too many things in chat at once again.
For reference, there's a schooner in the out-of-character chat.
There's a what?
A schooner, a
schooner.
type of sail ship, so that way you can see what Lisa's talking about.
Schooner! That's a nice ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a big boat.
It's not that big.
That's a big boat. For somebody who's seen maybe like 5 or 6 sailboats in his entire life, that's a big boat.
No, it's barely even a 2-sail ship.
It's not massive, it's just not something one would be able to, like, sail by themselves.
Right. It's at least a 5-person crew.
Well, we got 5 people.
Exactly.
We've seen a boat before.
Mostly.
Carina looks at the
Xander's
ship
busy.
and is suddenly intimidated.
Xander's gonna basically
alright.
stand, flipping anyone on.
Hey, Dom, how you
Look, it's better that
doing?
you put too much in chat
How you
instead of me
been?
just rambling on like an idiot, Lisa.
I'm gonna
Welcome
take
to
Xander's
Denda.
hand and get on the boat because I don't want to fall into what looks like choppy water.
I don't want to jump in to save you either.
There's
No.
usually there's a gangplank that leads up to the ship. You can walk up the gangplank.
Colt's still gonna take Xander's hand.
Wise. Carina gets up on her tippy toes and almost kind of goes down onto her hands as well to get up the gangplank because she's suddenly very wary of how strong the weathered wood might be and gets up on the deck.
Eva just walks on.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
need
pretty sure
help? dear?
Xander and Mila are fine with being on the boat. Not sure about the other people.
Carina kind of looks like a black cat that's been scared on Halloween. The fur on her cloak aiding in that image as well.
Mila softly strokes the back of their head. Come on, dear. I have you.
I'm starting to think maybe I haven't been on a ship at all.
It's alright. Don't worry.
Gonna just throw my hood up and just be like, yeah.
Now we can get the one who's seasick.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've
Rose
seen you,
pulls
Dom.
out
I hope
a
you're doing
rusted
well.
compass from one of the many pockets in her coat and holds it out to you all. It'll need someone to make sure it stays due south.
Carina looks at the compass and then looks at Mila. It says, "Is that the S letter?"
Good lard.
It is. Why don't you... is there rules that, precede this?
Carina very quickly pulls out her ABCs with Owlbear book and looks at the letters.
I forgot you had that.
Yeah.
Well, here, why don't I take control of it, but you can help me keep an eye on it. Fair?
The alphabet and you with Oscar, the owlbear.
That one. I just wrote it ABCs with Owlbear on my character sheet.
Oh my
I hope that
good
things get a little bit easier for you,
So
Dom.
wait, would this be before? Wait, no, I never got to do that last time. Never mind. I'm shutting up.
This is about 1 to 2 weeks after our previous adventure.
I don't think I've gotten a chance to show Carina the thing I wanted to show her last time, so I'm just gonna be quiet. Don't know if this happened yet.
You can kind of assume that's gonna happen, and you guys can make up little things that happen along the way, just kind of, inconsequential things.
I'm gonna go with that
you
Mila's
Remember
been
Colt,
teaching.
when you jumped into the water and then you could get bit in the butt by a fish? I remember that. It was very funny.
There you go.
Even though
when I
he is a
turned into
fish.
Do you remember when I turned into an owlbear in the middle of the tavern and scared everybody?
Carina shivers at the thought, and I was not a fan.
You've seen one before. You said no, and then I used my mask of many faces and turned into an owlbear again on the boat.
Carina just shrieks like a little child and hides behind the smallest person in the party, which is Mila.
Got everything inside now to clean up the hurricane a bit and get my computer set back up. Hoping it won't take too long. If you pop in, if Orriston pops in, we'll just pretend he's always been there.
And Col'Tash
Yeah,
is
we
gonna
kinda-
then take the mask off, so
We
just
kinda
not
talked about
scare
that.
Anybody again?
You better not piss off that tiefling. She might throw you off the boat.
Owlbear.
Alright, once everyone is settled and the preparations are complete, Rose takes the helm and casts off. The harsh breeze carries you away on the rough waves. The only thing guiding your
Happy
way through the
Halloween!
blanket of mist is a small lantern at the prow of the ship.
You know, I know they call this a blanket of mist, but it sure ain't making me feel any warmer.
It's more of an icing of mist, I guess.
Aye.
Frothing of mist?
Frosting. It's all over the place. It's really thick, but you don't always want
Again,
all of it.
with
You
a
tend to
skill
scrape some
and
of it off the
ease
boat.
That surprises you.
So, Rose, just an interesting observation. Are you a pirate? Just like completely and blunt, just staring up at her because like this has been a couple weeks now, so I'm feeling like she probably knows this a little bit better. So we haven't asked this pirate.
Mila just looks at him like, are you... What?
She's totally
Pirates
gonna
is
be a
the
hot
first
pirate
thing you
lady.
think of.
She's totally gonna be a hot pirate lady. You watch.
She's already a hot pirate lady.
Oh, Mila wants them to be a hot pirate lady. Trust me.
You guys are
The
fucking
crush would
killing
grow
me.
immensely.
Just Mila just like and falls over.
I want to do an insight check.
Hold on. There's a piece of fucking thing down here. Hold on. I gotta stop laughing.
Okay.
Oh, well, no, don't be silly, lad. She waves her hand vaguely, almost releasing a rope she's gripped into. Just a previous business venture besides. You don't live around ships all your life without learning a thing or two.
I
That
want to
makes
do an insight
sense.
check.
Ooh, nice roll. Please keep rolling like that for the rest of the session.
Nat 20.
Don't get my nat ones. I was tired most of the day, so forgot. Dude, it's been that way for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to the computer, not me, honestly.
Rose rarely becomes flustered, and this is one of those times.
I log that away, but I do not tell anybody else. Again, we all have our secrets.
So, business venture. You used to sail for money?
Carina
Please don't make the
very
Go ahead.
I'm curious.
not so smoothly walks up to Rose, her muzzle like not but an inch away from Rose's nose, not being intimidating, but just like her eyes boring into hers. You seem a mite nervous, darling.
Rose,
Yeah,
you have a
I'm
dragonborn's face in your face.
Rose is probably just gonna push Carina because she's a puppy dog.
No.
Mila cuts in real quick. Honestly, anybody would be nervous being called a pirate. I mean, they're not well looked upon, though sexy as they may be.
There's not good
Mila
pirates.
trying to, like, move it away from the subject.
Yeah, pirate's an insult in this world.
Oh. Most of my family are pirates.
Okay, I think pirates are amazing.
I'm gonna wait till
But not
Lisa
everyone
responds
deserves
Says
first.
the
that.
rogue. I will mention
Yeah.
that Mila is currently the only one who has noticed, unless you wish to roll.
Xander can.
I just wanted to
does
see
not
if I
really care.
noticed if she was uncomfortable. I don't care what she says or anything. I was just noticing if she was uncomfortable or not.
I have a funny feeling Xander's taking a nap in one of the sails.
And we're trying
That
to
is not wise to do in this weather.
In the crow's nest, just like sleeping. I was like, shut up.
Okay, so I noticed that she's uncomfortable and I am dangerously close to her face. But then when I hear Mila say something about pirates, she stops and she turns and smiles and goes, I don't know about that. Pirates can't be all that bad. I have a friend, her name is Cassandra, and she's quite the beast, I'll let you know. For a small human, that is.
Who's apparently dating a lion.
Apparently.
What?
Well, I didn't say they were bad, I just said they were poorly looked upon. You're talking to a thief, yeah? 'Cause, so I mean,
Everybody's got to steal once in a while.
exactly. Got to do it to live, and if that's the best route and you're doing it well, why not do it for money?
I mean, just so long as you're not hurting anyone. Carina seems very distraught at the thought.
Oh.
She's a wee baby.
With a giant warhammer that will crush your skull in an instant.
Doing a heckin' smash!
Smish.
You are practically surrounded in darkness as you pitch and toss on the waves. Sounds
Carina,
like rough seas.
without her sea legs, leans up against the railing of the ship. I'm not feeling right.
Col'Tash just rubs her back.
Of the lizard.
I think I've got a bad dose, I'm not sure.
Roll Constitution.
So, I have dark vision. Anybody else?
Mila has dark vision. It's actually something.
Please tell me I don't vomit. Please tell me I don't vomit.
Noise.
So dark vision allows you to see normally what everybody else can see within 30 feet. Anything between 30 and 60 feet is seen only in black and white. And there must be a light source in order for you to see anything in color.
Yes,
Would the
I actually
lamp
have
go
superior
out?
dark vision. I can
Really?
actually see up to 120 feet because I'm a drow.
Aye, because you're a drow.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are
Most of us are born at. Well,
Quick, get some ginger ale.
born dark.
Literally.
There's not much celebration
I'm
involved.
surprised your
Yeah, there's
character
not much
doesn't need
celebration involved this
sunglasses
year,
to be in the
unfortunately.
light.
I've been trying to get in the
I
spirit of
actually
it.
have sunlight sensitivity.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
That's why I usually comment when people say, "Hey, look at the sky." I'm like, "Don't tell her to do that."
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I will literally go blind.
Yeah.
So Gwen must be a.
Why do you think
beacon,
they
literally, to you.
got half of a plague doctor mask that they want glasses for.
Lenses in it. Yep, that's right.
Mhm.
Sin?
You can just about hold it in, Carina, but there's so much bile in your throat. It's somehow worse than when you were throw up literal fire.
Oh god, this does not feel great.
Just let it out, dear. Trust me, it's much better over the side of the boat than in your throat.
No, I don't think you understand. There's a little bit of... Oh, there's a little bit of fire involved with that. The last thing I need to do is be causing any problems.
Col'Tash just keeps rubbing her back gently.
As long as they're aiming at the water, it's be fine.
Does anybody have any ginger?
Ooh, actually. Hold on. Ba-doop. Ba-doop.
I have it in my cider, but that's about it.
Oh, cider sounds so good. Dude, so there's a burger place that's in California. It's called The Habit, and they started putting them out here. But The Habit has this really good peach and ginger nectar. Oh, it's so good.
I don't have any ginger, but just apples and jerky if you want.
I don't think eating's gonna sit right with me.
Then
Let me check with Rose how close we are. Rose, dear. Carina's not doing the best. Is there a possibility we're close to where we're trying to go?
Oh.
Some time has passed, and at this point, it's difficult to tell, but you'd say you're around halfway.
Oh.
At that point, I check the compass to make sure we're still going due south.
I pull up my water skin and offer some to Carina.
You are
Carina,
still headed due south.
Carina graciously slugs back a mouthful of it to try and push the bile back down into her gut. If we don't be getting there soon, I have a feeling this rail's about to be banjaxed real good.
It's a shame our companions aren't here. I'm pretty sure some rotor tea would be excellent right now.
Yeah, sure, if you flew fucking 50 feet.
Cold, so as of right now, we're kind of playing with they're in the area, but we don't have control of them. Juicy Lucy sounds good right now. What's a Juicy Lucy? I probably should look that up.
Can I go raid Lande's stash to see if she has any rotor?
Oh, that sounds amazing, Scott.
Lisa just said first.
Oh.
Around midway through our journey, it starts to rain. The heavy downpour begins to take a toll on you. Rose furrows her brow, momentarily breaking her steadfast concentration. Do you hear that?
Carina
I want the roll.
tries to perk up her
Perception.
head, her frills standing up a little bit, and she tries to listen as best she can through the nausea.
Col'Tash is also going to try and listen in on the sound.
I hear nothing.
Oh, you hear nothing.
You hear nothing.
Yeah, I'm
Skizzo,
not
how's it
sure
doing-
what you're
how's it going,
hearing,
dude?
but we don't hear a thing.
Oh, that does sound real good, man. Sounds delicious.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Rose's
Sorry.
response is, it's a song.
I run up to Rose and like look at her and see if she's if she looks like she's like, oh, what's the word? Charmed.
Well, first, because like we as players may know what this is, but our characters may not know what is going on.
Yeah.
So just
I
remember
want
that
to
as we
make
play.
she looks normal, like, or she's like.
Just to Col'Tash might have some
there.
already some history on creatures like this, just because of where he comes from.
I have a massive lore book. Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Here's
may
the thing,
actually know.
Col'Tash. She looks fine.
Where are you hearing it from, Rose?
Rose gives a grunt. You can see she's to struggle. She's struggling to keep the wheel on course. We're fighting the current. Oof, bloody thing. Get over here and help me.
Xander's gonna hurry over to help.
Col'Tash also grabs the wheel to help.
Mila tries to think if she can figure out what's going on, because I don't think they would know much, but
They heard
Frankly,
stories.
oh yay! My
So
weakness
those
is
of
that.
you who want to help, roll strength, please.
Woo woo woo!
Ooh, woo woo. Thank you, Copper.
Ah, not that bad.
It's a pity you're not rolling with advantage, Mila.
right?
Carina
Wait,
goes to try and help, but then stumbles up the step to get to the wheel.
Oh,
Lay down, dragon.
let's see. Do you want to tie her to the mast?
She's on her face now.
Oh,
I was thinking about that, but it might not be a good idea either.
Exactly.
I would say we could tie Rose up, but Mila would like that too much.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
No, I missed that. What?
Col'Tash
Don't make me
said
watch
we
the VOD to
could
hear what you just
probably
said.
tie Rose up, but Mila might like that too much.
That's fair.
You all managed to keep it under control until it passes. Phew, thank you. Sorry for snapping at you. Maybe Aster was right. I'm getting too old for this.
Carina picks up her head off the deck and just kind of looks up. You know, you're never too old to do anything so long as you believe. And her head smacks horns first onto the deck again.
It
Ooh.
reminds me of that TikTok where the bird like puts their horn on the table, like thump.
Yes!
Oh, the
Their
bird
horn,
that
their
smacks
beak.
its head? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Doodle-doo.
Okay.
They smack their face so hard, though.
I know. It's like
I
oh,
know.
baby.
Rose, what's going on? What was that?
Thanks,
Col'Tash
Sin.
is just gonna scan the water as much as he can.
Just the seas?
The
probably.
seas sing. I highly doubt.
God, I wish I had a light spell right now.
I'm so tired. I apologize if I seem a little lackluster tonight, guys. I had a long
they're
night
really
last night.
spooky.
Lisa didn't let me put a Kraken in the story. I tried.
Damn it.
Oh God.
Mila,
They
are you paying
look back
attention
to
to
the
the
compass now
compass?
that they look back to the compass now that they're done helping, trying to keep it on course.
Mila, you notice that the compass is spinning wildly. Everyone roll Constitution.
Oh shit.
I don't like it.
We are all dead.
I'm gonna roll Constitution, but then can I try
Oh, balls.
and
No.
is it a saving throw or just Constitution? Like just a straight roll?
Just straight con.
It should be a saving throw, actually.
Oh.
Let me
Okay.
check with. Let Lisa answer first.
Oh, technically. probably
Yes,
do.
for
Yes,
con
it's a
save.
saving throw.
Bullshit.
I
I did not do any better.
I'm trying to remember where to roll Constitution saving throw.
In the little box directly next to dexterity, there's your saving throws. So underneath inspiration and proficiency bonus. There you go.
I mean, that's better for me at least.
Release the Kraken! You're only a CR2-3 monster. We're also down 2 party members today.
This is
Until
Why did
Forresting
I
gets
get the
here.
highest Constitution? I'm the squishy one.
Because Karina's about to vomit.
Okay.
Where'd it
That's
go?
All right. So,
and Mila's too lovesick.
Does it
Mila?
cure for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Carina, Xander, you are all horribly seasick.
Huh.
Damn, must be a bugger of a storm. Don't fret, we're almost there. I can feel it.
Carina bolts off the deck, runs to the railing, and harfs projectile-y throwing fire as she does so. Her extrusions almost look like magma.
Mila's not far to follow, not realizing about the fire singeing part of her hair as she also vomits off the side.
It sizzles as it hits the water. Alright, those of you who got seasick, make a note. You will take disadvantage on your next dexterity roll.
Oh no.
Okay.
I look back at Rose and ask if she needs any more help, or can I go tend to you guys?
You're leaving a trail of steam behind the ship.
I'm pretty sure Xander is probably on the other side, away from them, thrown up.
A dex
I would
check
too.
or a dex save?
Dex roll.
The next time you have to roll anything with a dex modifier.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna save acrobatics, whatever.
Bullshit.
That might not
It'll be
good for you.
fine, lab. Go help them. She's talking to Xander.
You mean Col'Tash? Because Xander was also sick.
Got it. Col'Tash.
I one by one go to everybody, checking on them and making sure they're okay, and reminding them to take small sips from their water skins.
Carina's got little bits of magma drooling at the bottom of her maw, and as she kind of looks up at Cold, her eyes just big and wet. Why won't it stop?
I just gently like rub her forehead and just pull out my water skin, just be like, oh, open up, it'll be okay.
She refuses your water skin, thinking that she's going to get drool on it.
Oh.
Xander's probably gonna take a sip of water and take a deep breath.
Just in and out, deep breaths. It'll be okay. We're almost there.
Mila pats Xander's leg, humming a song.
Ow, ow, nail, ow. Sorry.
They're only a CR-23 monster. Yeah, they're... Look, I said that I was helping Lisa with the DMing. I didn't say I was being nice to the party.
Yep.
One of us has to have some logic.
Look,
It's not me.
Please give us challenge rating acceptable monsters.
Please don't kill us.
Lisa's a happy
Just
face.
yet.
If that's the case, I cast Fireball at 9th level. just no, I don't have that. That was a joke. No.
Yeah. You don't get 9th level.
Just Fireball. No.
You'll be lucky if I let you get to 9th level.
I get my fun stuff at 6.
It's okay. I'm already working on my second character, so.
This is worse than being slaughtered at the tavern.
Did you just say this is worse than being drunk at the tavern?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Finally, a towering structure looms into sight forebodingly. An impossible tower situated on a cliff's edge. Rose steers you into a small dock, ensuring the boat is properly moored. Disembarking from the vessel, you take stock of all your limbs. Everyone is terribly soggy, and some of you may need a moment to compose yourselves.
Mila stands up, trying to look a lot cooler than they actually are. Their hair slightly singed, face just much paler purple than normal. Just trying to like look good in front of Rose, but not doing so well.
I ask Rose if she needs any help tying the boat off.
And Xander's gonna be just doing deep breathing.
I'm surprised
I
Carina
imagine-
isn't kissing the ground.
I'm imagining Xander's just like going.
Karina's waiting for the gangplank to go down.
It's too small to have a gangplank.
Carina yeets herself off the side onto the little dock that's on this island. Full yeet.
Full yeet.
Do I roll acrobatics?
Nope. You make it to the
Crash.
land.
Crashes
You
into
just
the
don't feel
lighthouse.
terribly well.
Yeet!
Mila, Rose pats you on the back. Let it all out, darling. Seen plenty of this in my time.
You cut out a little bit.
Fine, I'll singe my hair again. I'll be
When you're ready, you work your way up to the steep incline that leads to the lighthouse, making what might be a lovely place to visit in any other circumstance, all the more arduous and ominous. I'm trying to slow down when I read so I don't fuck up half the stuff that Lisa writes.
Karina looks up, trying to shake off the water that's on her fur cloak, almost like a dog. She's kind of feeling a bit better, and she looks up. Oh, that's mighty tall.
Well, we won't climb it just standing here, will we? We might as well get started.
Should we knock first?
You sure this is
living here?
not a bit gammy of a situation?
We were told there was a caretaker.
So, Col'Tash, you want to be the first one to take a gander on the inside, then?
Hold on, you two. You haven't made it up there yet. You're still walking up the impossibly steep cliff.
Very slowly for some of us.
Did the map load?
Yes.
Yes. Approaching the base of the tower, having to tear your vision away from the impossible cliff's edge, you can see a figure slumped in a chair against the wall, a cap pulled over their face.
Either they're taking a very long nap, or this isn't a good sight.
Carina, exuberant as always, walks up to the man. And... Good evening to you, lad, she says rather loudly, not really paying mind to the fact that he's asleep.
As you get closer, you can identify them as an elderly man wearing a blue boiler suit, a long white beard streaming from under his hat, curling down to the ground.
He's looking a mite knackered.
Here we go. The figure snorts and jolts upwards. Bah! The man attempts to back up further. Demons! Back fiends! Leash your faith the wrath of old Billy Bike!
Carina gently puts her hands on his shoulders. Sir, we ain't demons. We're just here to ask you a couple questions.
Says the dragon.
I love this says the big looming dragonborn.
She don't know she's big.
Very unimpressed, raising a hand to rub her face. Billy, stop. Look, it's me. It's Rose. Remember me? You daft old git.
Oh, so he wasn't dead. That's a
No.
good sign.
You've come to haunt me too, have ya? He's now splayed up against the stone wall. Rose sighs.
Not dead, but dead drunk seems like it.
How long have you said he's been out here?
A long time.
Maybe come and get
He
slapped.
lives out here.
Just
Carina leans over to Rose and says,
Too long.
he's not full shilling now, is he?
I'm gonna just come to the door and just knock on it softly, just in case anybody else happens to be here.
Col'Tash, this is the innkeeper. Tower keeper, whatever the fuck this is.
I'm just amuse me.
Why should I amuse you? You amuse me enough for everyone.
I just knock on the door, ignoring her. Just nah.
Rose looks at you, and then back to Billy, then back to you. She gives you a slow smile.
Carina gives her a big one.
Rose.
Xander, do you think you can help him inside with us, please?
I don't think he wants us anywhere near him.
I don't know if you should touch him right now. just thinking
I mean, he
about
seems
that.
very happy displayed as he
Yeah,
is.
just currently thinks
Dance
he's Spider-Man.
Cabio!
Beat him over the head with a rock and bring him inside.
No, Col'Tash!
Let's not Col'Tash.
How about I take me hammer to your face? How'd you like that?
Why don't we just let him
You gammy bastard.
cool down
asking
here?
him questions instead of rolling around. Poor old
I
guy.
don't really think I'm the right person. Xander, you're another human. Maybe you could speak your guys' language to each other. Make him calm down.
Boy, this poison might thick.
That guy. Ask him. Basically, we're not ghosts. We're not haunting you. Xander's not good people.
What did Xander say?
That they basically says we're not ghosts. We're not haunting you.
His response is, sounds like what a ghost would say.
Carina
Slapped him.
looks at him
He
with
looks over
very
at me.
soft, calm eyes and pats his shoulder gently. Sir, we are just travelers looking to aid the lighthouse. We heard that the light has been off for some time. We'd like to help you. Her voice is strangely calm. Just played golf with friends with Roomy for 3 hours. Nice! That sounds like a blast.
That's-
It's a
Anyway,
ghost.
Can
Just
I
like you and your pals.
can I roll persuasion in any way?
Oh, yes, you can.
Get a natural 20, Carina.
It wasn't a nat 20, but it was a 20.
pretty
Damn.
tough.
It's been tormenting old Billy for days now. Been hooting and hollering, just being real dang spooky. Won't let Billy up to the lantern. Locked out of the lighthouse, for it ended up hurting me.
It was hurting you, sir. Wait, you're saying there's a specter in the lighthouse?
So for anybody else who doesn't understand what the fuck he just said, he locked something up in the lighthouse before it hurt him.
But is
I don't think I can punch a ghost.
I don't think you can either.
I mean, if you
Not
try
yet, at
really hard and you're actually like a high level, you probably could.
Yeah, at a high level I could because my fists become key.
Can you hammer a ghost?
I mean, you can get a ghost hammered.
I know you can
Never
nail a
hurts to
ghost.
try. Chat says it never hurts to try.
Billy says, "What'd you think I've been saying?"
Oh, we thought you were talking about us, sir.
No. You said there's a ghost in the tower. And his answer was, "What'd you think I've been saying?"
There's a
Right, and my
ghost in
response
the
to that is, we thought you were talking about us, sir. It was a valid response.
Col'Tash is just gonna be beating his head softly against the outside wall.
He's
Sir,
just like softly patting their back.
well, if this wee specter's all that's been keeping you out of the lighthouse, we can go take care of that for you. Carina kind of like turns to Mila and gives a very, very bold wink. Like
Wait,
the
hold on.
shittiest wink.
My TikTok, my Discord keeps cutting out. What did you say, Carina? I heard Mila, winking, and door.
Carina says, "Oh, well, if it's just a wee spectre, sir, I'm sure we could take care of that for you." And she turns to Mila and gives a very, very obvious wink. Stink.
Well, I really do believe so. I'm very talented in this. If you tell us where it is, we might be able to get inside and take care of it for you.
Alright, guys. While you guys are talking to Billy, Rose meanders over to the door and gives it a good solid kick. It rattles. Looking at you, she points her thumb towards the inn.
Well, I guess that solves that problem. Billy, why don't you just stay here?
Col'Tash is just gonna follow her inside. just okay, I'm ready to be out of the rain now.
Stay away, you ghouls. Just leave old Billy in peace. As his words peter out, he slumps into his chair once more and begins to snore.
Boy, that boy was nattering on a far bit more than I ever could.
He's been hitting the road herbs a little too hard, I bet.
Went to a neighbor's place, went for a swim, and stayed out and helped
Col'Tash
Candy. That sounds
should
Now,
awesome.
did she
Yeah.
actually go? Now, did she actually go in the house?
She's thumbing at you guys to go in. She's pointing at the open
Carina
door.
follows behind.
It's not open. Never mind.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
Carina
I
goes
think
up
it's
to
going
the
to be
door and grabs her warhammer and hits the door really hard.
Roll strength.
While you're rolling, what were you gonna say, Gilgus?
I'm hitting the door.
Pretty sure Rose is pointing to Mila for the door.
God damn it!
Karina,
Carina, you
as
just knocked
strong-
very loudly with a hammer.
Boom! Son of a bitch!
as strong as you are, why don't you try and let me do this real quick? I might have a few more tools that might be able to help.
But this could be faster.
It definitely could be. But if you let me do that, I can try with some of these. And she they pull out this or they sweep their hand in such a manner that all of a sudden tools appear in between each of their fingers. Like they just always been there.
Carina pouts and sounds like a sad puppy as she walks away. Just,
Alright, I gotta look up and see how lockpicking works.
Usually I roll for, because I'm proficient with
Sleight of
these tools.
hand, or it's just the deep.
Yeah.
roll?
Col'Tash looks at Xander and just said, "Can't punch your goat, but you can punch the door."
The problem with this one, sweetheart, is that you took a disadvantage to Dex, so you will have to take your disadvantage on this. It is dexterity to
Prisma!
So please roll.
Nice! That wasn't even just like a nat 20. That was a nat 20, and then I'm gonna hit the door really hard.
Just
Wait,
Please open
was
it with
sleight
some
of hand
flair.
or was it Dex?
Sleight of hand is
Huh?
dex.
Sleight of hand is Dex,
Yeah.
so we'll take
Okay,
it.
that's what I was saying. I wasn't.
And
Yes,
it's the disadvantage, so it's the 22.
It's still really good.
sorry, Xander. It doesn't look like
give
you're gonna
me
be
a
able to punch
rather
How you doing,
harder
Prisma?
time than normal.
Mila doesn't like me kicking open doors. Too loud most of
But-
the time.
But theatrics, it would be so cool.
That's why I
Although
was
you
trying to
probably
beat down the door.
I know, and I just reach over and pat Karina's head.
I guess this works too, but I want to smash something.
Also, Xander's gonna point at the door. That thing took a hammer. I don't want to use my leg on that.
After a moment of swift clicks and flare, the door swings open without an issue.
Mila stands up and, with a flourish, goes, "Shata!" and pushes the door
Hold
open.
on. Can you shut that?
Shata!
And then you fart and go, shush, little butt
First,
crack.
I do want to check for traps first.
This is a ninja mission.
This is a ninja mission.
Please tell me somebody got that.
Yeah, it's Shata.
Shut that. Well, the little butt crack part.
The little butt crack.
We
Be
heard
quiet. It's a ninja mission.
It's a ninja mission.
Well, how do you think we can get inside?
Okay, so check for traps.
I'm on the fucking floor is what fucking Tusk
Okay,
said.
Investigation would be trap. Let's check for trap.
Two nat 20s in a row. Two nat 20s in a freaking row.
Dude, you,
On a
okay,
door
you have to
and
realize today
potential
I was
traps.
playing my rogue. I was playing my rogue today, and I literally could not roll above a 5 for sneaking.
Oh,
And we were fighting a dragon.
oh.
Alright, just so Lisa, because there's a lot of chitter chatter, Lisa, she's rolling to see if she can find any traps. There is nothing out of the ordinary here, just a lot of dust.
All right. And she goes, "Shut down."
Shut
And she sweeps the door open for people to enter. Ladies first.
Carina doesn't move.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I ran across one of the notes Lisa left me that made me laugh the other day.
Yugi nerd, how you doing, dude?
Oi.
I get a lot of notes from Lisa. This one just made me laugh because she's correcting me on the fact that it is called the ground floor, not the first floor.
Mila
Hit
hasn't
notes.
seen no one else move.
Well, Karina's not a lady, so she was waiting. She was waiting for
Oh.
anyone that might be a lady.
Yeah. For they're just like, okay, no one else is going. Cool, I'll go next.
Seems like Xander's
Seeing
gonna
everybody
give
else
Mila
under she
some
walks in
up
by.
first.
Just wait for the 20
Rose
rolls of one.
raises her
Oh
hand,
god, we've
haughty.
already had some of that.
Haughty, and takes your offer.
I like how we all just kind of like just present a defensive position around the door, just like no, just in case.
Just in front of the door, like, no one's getting out, no ghosts going anywhere.
Carina wants to take in the environment and kind of see if there's anything in here. I know that Mila was looking for traps, but Carina wants to see if there's like anything useful in here.
How well
Fireballs
lit
everywhere.
is the place?
Real quick, she's typing, so.
Okay.
I think the description's coming next, so.
Working on life and relationship for a bit. That's good. That's always a good thing to work on.
The two of us can't see in the dark.
Oh, that's right, you're a human.
Oh, the only one who can't see.
Let
shit.
me just reference the note I left Sin. Interior, ground floor, which you Americans call the first floor. Wrongly.
I mean, technically it is the first floor that you enter.
This is the kind of notes I get outside
no,
of the
we're-
scenes with this. Like, there's a lot of them that I'm usually not allowed to tell you guys because
It is on the ground, but it is also the first floor that you see, so both are technically correct.
What's hilarious, a lot of houses in BC, Canada, like, if you looked, technically, the door is in the middle of the house, so there's, like, usually an upstairs and a downstairs, like a, underfloor
Oh,
room,
like it's a split
a
level?
basement.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And-
almost, and like, it, like that, but if you're not looking carefully, you just think it's, like, in the normal place. But
And
it literally is in the middle of the house. It's hilarious.
And
I
hell,
love it.
in Vegas, we don't even call it a ground floor or a first floor. We call it the lobby or the casino level.
Yep.
We don't have a ground or first floor.
People call the fucking house first floors lobbies. One day we'll need a compilation of Sin's favorite footnotes.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
I'm
and I
already
want
gonna
I want to
start
read
working
them
on that.
out. Hold on, no. I want to read them out in the same way as the Luigi board videos.
Luigi board? Luigi board?
Okay. Ugh. So y'all are standing at the front door looking in the lighthouse. The first thing you notice on your way into the ground level of the lighthouse is the chilling temperature. Not that outside was much better. but
Humans can be
this-
pretty
This
boss.
strikes you at your very core. For those of you without dark vision, light is scarce here. The room is mainly being illuminated by the moonlight that streams through the entryway. From what you can see, there isn't much of the way of furnishings. A table, chair, a stove caked in soot, and several large waterlogged crates. that have been scattered around the place. And, of course, there's a spiral staircase that winds upwards for around 8 floors.
Exactly, happenstance.
Following the taper of the building.
Ground level.
Xander's gonna put his hand on Mila's shoulder.
Carina pulls a torch out of her bag because she can't see jack.
You don't have dark vision?
I don't think I do now.
Dragonborns don't usually have it.
How many legs does this chair have?
Why is that important?
Is it made of wood? Is it metal?
How many legs does this chair have? See, a
Look
lot
at
of
all
homes
this. Ooh,
here
a chair.
have basements that open to the backyard. It's
Oh my
underground.
God,
Oh, that's cool,
fucking-
Prisma.
Mighty Knight in
Wood.
a freaking chair.
She's correcting you. It's wood.
Wood? Okay.
Okay, so Karina's pulling out a torch and lighting the torch with one of her tinder boxes. So now she has a lit torch. Well, perhaps we should just make our way to the first floor then.
He fucking notices the chairs. Doesn't notice the waterlogged crates. Notice the fucking chair.
Col'Tash is gonna go to the crates.
Mila's gonna go up to one of the waterlogged crates.
Ew.
That torch is lit, fam.
Yeet myself over to this one. And
That's-
immediately die.
Dunskep says Cold's asking the important questions.
Oh my god, that's so funny. So Mila already checked. There's no traps in the place. You guys aren't going to blow up or die. Are you sure you don't want a sample of the soot to inspect? It's what the DM just said.
I was gonna go to the stove next to see if anything was left. Look,
Oh my
lady,
God.
you want to herd cats? I'm gonna make you herd some cats.
Cause why is it waterlogged? If the guy's
Hold
in
on.
here, why is...
Yes, hold on. The crates themselves are in terrible condition. The wood is rotted and crumbles at your touch. Some are covered in seaweed, and there are dried tracks of mud where they've been dragged inside. Having a closer look at the more intact containers, they have symbols etched into them that resemble a ram's head.
On the
Hmm.
crates?
On the
I've
crates.
seen this symbol before, and I point to the ram's head.
Would I recognize this from the town?
Rose speaks up. Smuggler's marks, old ones too. Must have washed up on shore by the look of them.
Give me one sec, Dunskep. Carina decides that she's going to walk up to the stove. I'm not sure where that is in the room. Walk up to the
Face in
stove
back.
and kind of inspect it and take a look at it.
Alright, so for those of you who are investigating the crates, should you decide to peek inside, the contents vary from rolls of textiles to furs, to cheap-looking trinkets, and what once may have been some sort of perishable?
Cold wants to roll.
I have a doodle to redeem.
What a surprise!
Look.
It's a stove.
Easy.
So what do I gotta roll to inspect the cards?
You already inspected them, that's why they have the fucking description.
Carina
No, from the
wipes
thing.
at the soot
Inside.
on the stove and
Yeah.
sniffs it.
Should you decide to peek inside?
But it said, should you decide to peek inside?
With a Dunskep sitting on it.
from
Alright.
So it rolls from textile. So would I have to roll to see what's inside?
No. She's telling you can open them up and look inside,
yeah.
and you're finding a bunch of
That's what you
waterlogged
see.
shit.
Can I?
It's just like knickknacks that
trinkets?
they're
It's
no
not
real
worth
good.
anything, yeah. In fact,
Trust
some of
me.
them have rotted food in them.
Yeah, I have had to deal with like waterlogged fabrics before that have just been sitting there. It's gross. Like no one wants that shit.
But I want a memento. I want to keep a trinket.
Go for it. Grab a trinket.
Yay!
Yep. Lisa says yep. In
Xander's
fact, the only thing I'm going to let you put in your description of what you grabbed out of the box is a cheap-looking trinket.
Sweet. I'm actually gonna go add that right now.
You can't have it for 2 weeks.
That's fine. Treasures. All right, so I have horse ticket, wheat, and cheap trinket.
Oh my god.
You gave up your wheat.
Oh yeah, I gotta take that out. Yeah.
Xander's gonna ask Mila to look at the stairs, see what they're made out of.
There you go.
Mainly see if they can hold the weight of a arena.
Oh, you want to make sure Carina can make it up the stairs.
Yeah.
All right,
Carina
Lisa, they're
is-
checking out the stairs.
No, Carina was wiped up the soot on the stove. She
Wiped
wanted to
up?
sniff it.
Oh yeah, it's soot. It's a stove.
Sometimes a stove's just a stove.
It's just a stove.
Then I'm going to take the DM's commentary as misleading.
By the way, Cold, a small note is carved into the side of the trinket. It says "Made in Hot Dogistan."
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh my god.
Carina, could you possibly try and light that stove with your torch? Just
Sure.
for a little more light in the room?
Oh, that sounds like a marvelous idea. Carina peers inside to see if there is any wood in the stove.
Is she able to light the stove, dear?
There are a few logs next to it. So Carina grabs some of the
Would they also
logs,
be
hucks them in
water
the stove, and puts her torch to it, adding a little bit of tinder from one of her tinder boxes.
When you said water log, I picture a log of water.
The flame lights the room.
Woo!
No. Lights as in you can see.
That's what I said.
Yes. No. He said "woo," and I was glad. It's like no. It didn't light on fire.
No, just more light for the two who cannot see.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
But then again, I think we're just going upstairs.
The lighthouse burns down. You win. Woohoo!
I mean, we did create a light for a few minutes.
Fucking get
The ships will definitely be able to see this coming.
for about the 2 hours that it takes for the thing to burn to the damn ground.
Yeah.
It's stone. Stone cooks slowly.
What I love is that you said it cooks slowly. Not that it burns slowly,
Yeah.
that it
He
cooks
plays
slowly.
too much Minecraft.
Well, that
You
and
cook
pieces of stone,
stones?
you cook on stones, and yeah, it's a thing.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you
god.
can
This is a
Stones are
raw
not
Too old
lighthouse.
for this.
Straight
crack
raw
and remote
lighthouse.
under- yeah.
Oh my god, Happenstance says the lighthouse is a mimic. Don't do this to me!
Eldritch blast everything.
Oversized
Burn it
hoodie
with
made
fire.
fluffy blanket material. That sounds so nice, dude. Alright, so I guess we're gonna be making our way up the stairs. Ba-ba-da.
Lisa, did you go for a pee break too, or are you still here? Wee.
Did she go wee wee wee?
No, not yet.
They are here.
I never leave. Y'all that just joined us, I'm sorry that you joined us right at this moment of intermission. Give me just about 2 minutes. I will be right back.
So
Alright, yes, Lisa, I believe we are ready to
Sorry.
resume.
Yes.
I am ready to resume. As you investigate this room, the door suddenly slams behind you, the noise reverberating up the tower and leaving some of you in complete darkness. So your torch and the stove are gone now.
I would like to
Moment
relight the
passes.
torch.
I take hold of Xander's hand.
Pretty much. It's like, yeah, it's normal. Kind of.
Carina is cursing various expletives.
They lit the stove earlier. I'm assuming it's gone out.
Do I relight the stove? You guys wanted me to relight that stove? That was a crazy breeze that wafted through here.
Can you
Maybe
even
once
see whether the
it's dark to go and do that.
here?
I've got my torch in my hand. I could relight that first.
Oh, sorry, Lisa, I drew on my face. I don't know why it always does that. Alright. Col'Tash.
Just so that you're aware, Fox, when you light a torch, you roll a 1d4 to see how many hours that torch will stay lit.
1.
An hour.
It's wet. All right, so I relight my torch and I walk back over to the stove, and I decide to relight the stove.
Oh, I'm stupid. I should have asked this. Have we rested?
We assumed that we
room is
rested
lit
before
once
we
more.
started.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're full.
Carina, you have a.
Go put my hit point back up.
I have a what?
You have a WAT.
It's a what?
It's a what? It's a wet ass torch.
Wet ass torch. What?
What?
Did I do the meat?
Did I do
420
the meat?
blazing.
Aw.
The room is
420
complete. The room is
blazing.
lit once more. 420. Did I do the meme? We love
420. All right, so Karina's like, well, hopefully that's a little bit better and that doesn't happen again. And she walks back over to the group. Maybe we should start making our way upstairs.
Can we throw road herbs into the torch? The stove?
Colt, we do not need to get high right now. Knock it off.
I know. Maybe
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, I want Mila to examine the stairs before we walk up them.
You're not gonna get there. A light, melodic,
Melodic.
light, melodic hum echoes, and surrounds you. It gets louder and louder. Glancing upward to seek the source, you discover a flickering blue orb, slowly descending from the ceiling. It gets closer. As it gets closer, you start to make out words, conveyed in a sorrowful tune. Yeah, I'm not singing, but I will say these. My aching heart, you hold the key. Oh, wait, hold on. Homeward sailor, come to me. My aching heart, you hold the key. Alas, our love cannot be, for I know your home is on the sea. Stop splitting my messages, roll 20. Sorry, Lisa.
I do.
Messes
Blue
me
faces
up.
are great.
I turn to Rose and ask her if this is the song she heard earlier.
Oh, I just hit another one of my notes. Mila and Xander, roll a history check.
Okay.
With advantage.
Advantage. Still poorly for me.
Ooh, Mila rolling good.
I saw Xander's and I'm like, I thought it was mine for a second.
Oh, that makes
You've
sense.
heard this song before. It's a sea shanty, typically sung by the older generation of dock workers, although you've never heard it carried with such sadness.
Yeah. My dear, you sound so sad. What made you like this?
Can I roll? Karina's a little wary. Can I roll to see if she knows what this thing is? $12. Guys, that's a ghost. That's a ghost.
Yep.
Xander's gonna walk up and pat Carina.
The orb has completed its flight, now drifting at eye level. With a burst of luminescence that forces you to squint, the
Ooh, poor
ball
Mila.
is replaced by an ethereal specter, a translucent elven woman engulfed in long, tattered cloak.
Ooh.
Kiki.
Aw, that one came out so good, Lisa.
Why does she remind me of my deity?
That's really cool.
Does Col'Tash have
Okay, cool.
Mooney issues instead of mommy issues? Also, that little burst of luminescence may have hurt your eyes for a second, Mila.
Cold has deity issues.
Cold has deep issues. So yes, has Mooney issues.
Yeah.
I noticed that Mila's kind of bothered, like her eyes or whatever.
I imagine she probably had her. Well, it's up to her, of course, but I would imagine she put her hand in front of her eyes.
It would only be for sunlight, but since it was a bright blast.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like a
sorry,
bright flash.
My internet's cutting out. Yeah.
But it's forcing everybody to kind of squint before it becomes a form. So bright light, and then that.
She doesn't want to watch. She doesn't want us to watch her as she change.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's hard to tell, but you think it might be a drow specifically, whoever asked about it.
Mila's heart races a little bit faster. Do you have a name? They say this in Elvish.
It keeps singing.
I sing with it?
Roll performance.
Mina's not gonna be good at this, but I'll try.
Does Carina also recognize the song?
Not
Not bad.
Performance.
Have a sing along with the ghost.
Xander's basically gonna just close his eyes as Mila sings, listen to it.
Nice. You harmonize delightfully with a haunting tune. Amidst the humming, you hear a small whimper from amongst your group.
Carina turns to where she hears the sound. Can I tell who's doing it?
Well, there's one in your group that you're not controlling.
I'm
Yeah.
aware, Sin. I'm asking on the character's behalf. You fucking cock.
You turn to see a rare sight. Indeed, something you would never have expected to witness. Silent tears are streaming down Rose's face, and in a coarse whisper, "No."
Carina walks up to Rose. Darling, are you all right?
The ghost lets out a deafening scream, unveiling a twisted visage. Roll initiative.
Mila
16.
shrinks backwards.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh my Lanta.
Well, fuck. I thought I could make a ghost friend.
Are you giving away secrets? Yes, that is exactly what she gave me. Right before it said roll initiative, she gave me that happy face.
All right, so where do we begin?
By the way, in my head is the equivalent of fucking Flowey laughing.
Oh, hold on. I can pull that up.
Shit, I forgot I had a fight. We've only done this once. So my brain's like, wait, what's fighting?
Oh, this is future, so we've done this probably a few times.
I wish my brain knew that.
Yeah.
That's past Mila's problem. Your future Mila.
Pretty much.
All right, so where do we begin, Lisa?
At the beginning.
Whoop-ah!
Momo.
Herkadurgadur.
Do the thing. All right.
What are you doing?
Hearing the soft no from Rose, they're gonna like get kicked back slightly. But then, seeing the pain on their face, they're gonna turn back to the ghost and pull out their scythe from their back, and flourish it, and then then go to attack the ghost.
Also, this battle.
So you click your weapon, I think. There you go.
Does an 11 hit? I just fought a dragon, so I'm not sure where.
Yeah, dragon. Where a 20 barely hits.
Yeah, we were level 3.
What? Does your DM hate you?
No, he's actually a good DM. He actually scaled a white dragon to us. It was really nice.
Yeah, he
skill.
probably brought it down really small.
Let's
Yeah.
see. No.
Whoa. They stumble and they fall through. Why are you so mad? And that's the end of their turn. So says Chocolate Mouth.
It screams again.
Scream back at him. Punch a ghost, Xander.
I dare you.
Hey, Xander's kind of annoyed by the screaming. I make his way around to the ghost. Hey, I don't know. Nope. And roll something. Xander doesn't know if this is gonna work. He's just gonna throw a punch.
Punch the heckin' ghost. Get it out of here.
Here's our
You don't need it.
Oh, wow.
Alright.
Ooh, max damage I can do too.
Alright, you punch the ghost. Is that the end of your turn?
I use my bonus action and I guess punch her again. It's like Xander. Oh. Punch a ghost! And another max damage.
Ghost just like, man.
Yeah, probably.
Holy poop.
I'll be like, Xander's like, I don't know if this is working, and get into my turn.
Who you gonna call? Ghost punchers! So Carina, having seen Rose get a little guffawed by this ghost before this happened, she kind of looks at her and goes, "Do you know what this is?"
Rose is staring in shock. So she does not answer you.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
It's
Carina-
too bad you don't have Ghostbusters music for your freaking ambient.
Right. Carina kind of looks at the ghost and looks back at Rose and chooses to intimidate her into listening to her.
So you are intimidating Rose?
Yes. Because Carina thinks that Rose knows something about this.
Roll intimidation.
It was not good.
9.
She keeps staring.
I love you, Lisa. Oh my god. Yeah.
Carina, not seeing anything happen to the ghost when Xander tries to hit it, thinks long and hard for a moment, which is very hard for her to do. And fuck, I don't know what to do. What would Carina do?
WWTD.
Karina's a barbarian with a warhammer.
Carina is a barbarian with Warhammer. But Carina also is not that stupid. She goes up to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other side of the ghost, and I guess attempts to hit it because she has no idea what else to do. This does not seem... No, I don't want to do that. I don't think that Carina would do that. Can... One sec.
All I'm picturing if Carina attacked is it goes through the ghost and just bashes Xander. That's all I'm picturing. Like if Carina tried to attack, it just goes through the ghost and it hits Xander.
Right?
Yep.
Carina tries to communicate with the ghost in some way, looking to see if there's anything she can notice about it aside of its obvious change. Like, she's dumb, but she ain't that dumb.
Oh, Xander's the dumb one.
Yes, I will use my action to investigate.
Nice.
Good God, no, that's not nice.
Oh, buddy.
Oof.
Roast.
God, my rolls have been garbage today.
That's a spoopy ghost.
Busted, 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 busted.
Alright, it's Faolin's turn. Carina has no idea what to do.
Gonna try to shoot it, I guess. But that's what he'd do, probably. Longbow.
Come on, roll that nat 20.
Forston, you're a ranger, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Because I keep posting your picture places, and I'm like, yeah, this is our ranger. And I'm like, wait, he is our ranger, right?
Yeah. Saw dun 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 wave noises. And bust. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna do the roll.
Nice.
Nice. I like it. It's good. Good job.
That's a dirty 20.
Hits, roll damage.
Cool.
Yo, he got his bow imported from Hot Dogistan.
It's imbued with coolness.
That should
Dude.
damage roll. That's not a damage roll.
No,
Yeah,
click
you
longbow
click
in the
longbow.
chat.
That's right. Click it in the chat. There we go.
What's
Use
going
your
on?
movement. Well, you used your movement. Do you want to use your...
He didn't use
It
all
goes
of his
straight
movement.
through the ghost.
So wait, did it deal damage then?
No, it doesn't.
Because it went straight through.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the point of it hitting him?
You guys, I don't think
Why did it
that
roll
this is
damage
doing
then?
anything.
Okay, cool.
Whether or not it does damage to the character, she doesn't have a body. It's going to go straight through her. It's not like hitting meat.
That's a good point.
So whether or not it takes out ectoplasm on the way, it won't matter. It still goes through.
Yeah. Interesting.
Just
Okay.
like when Xander was punching at it, he didn't exactly feel punch.
Yeah, that's why he's kind of confused. And like, I guess I'm gonna try again. Nope.
I'm gonna do it again.
Aaron doesn't know anything but Smash.
You're gonna have a gooey arrow after this.
Oh, it's all gooey.
Plasmogoy.
Just shake it off a little.
All right, so do you want to...
The hand wraps on. They're gonna be all simple.
Forrest, do you want to continue your movement, or are you good where you are?
I'm good where I am, I think.
Okay.
All right, ghost turn.
Everybody, hold on to your britches.
Hold on to your butts!
Shush, little butt crack. This is a ninja mission.
It's
cutting hard
back for another scream.
Oh no.
All right.
Oof.
Each non-undead creature within 60 feet of the ghost that can see must succeed a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute. A frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the frightened condition on itself on a success. If the target saving throw is successful, or the effect ends for it, the target's immune to this ghost's horrifying vestige for the next 24 hours.
Hey,
Damn, Xander.
God damn. He don't give two shits. He's just ready to hit.
Mila scare. Mila yelling at me is more scary.
So, how does this interact with Fey ancestry? I don't know if it, like, that matters at all or not.
Go ahead and pop it up in chat. I don't remember
let's
how to
see
do that.
here. If I do that, no. If I do that, yeah.
Yes. You have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic
should count
can't
as
put you to
charmed?
sleep. This is
Yeah.
not charm, this is frighten.
Hey!
Okay.
Frighten doesn't work on me.
Okay, good to know.
So then,
Don't worry
the
about
Fey
rolling,
ancestry
you don't
doesn't
have to worry
count.
about
Okay, cool.
Right.
Just checking.
Mental
So we need
discipline, you have
a-
advantage on saving. Oh, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. It means you have an advantage.
Sweet. I'm gonna use that shit.
You have advantage on saving throws against charmed and frightened condition. Under tutelage of a monk's master, gathered items to govern their own minds. Okay, so you are allowed to take the better of a saving throw.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Fucking happenstance says Xander's a pretty cool guy. He punches ghosts and doesn't afraid of anything.
All right.
Why do you think Mila is friends with him, dude?
Wisdom. Wisdom.
Was damn.
Damn.
Okay.
What?
Nice, Cold.
So, Faolin, Mila, and Carina, you are officially frightened. Let me find out what that means.
Oh, I can. Oh, that's in my notes in the other room.
Remember, right? You want to get away from the thing that's frightening you.
I think
A frightened creature has disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Oh, they put it in chat.
Oh, Lisa's faster than me. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within a line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
But they won't be pushed back if
They won't
they
be pushed
come
back.
closer.
And they take the disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Oh.
While you are frightened, okay, and then the condition said that you are allowed to try and become unfrightened at the end of each of your turn. And this lasts for 1 minute, which is quite a while in battle. So basically, you guys are trying to roll to get. So at the beginning of your turn, end of your turn,
Yeah, fear is
end of each of
nasty.
its turns, a frightened target. So at the end of your turn, you can try and release yourself from this.
Does that, just curious, does that take over their action?
It just gives you can still make an action, but you cannot move closer to the source of your fear, and you're not scared anyway. You cannot move closer to the source of your fear, and you have to take disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
So you're still able to go after it, but you're scared.
Yeah, and if you're far away from it, you can't get closer to it.
So you're just wanting to run away.
Yeah.
Matthias!
What else is the ghost doing, Lisa?
Spooky, scary skeletons.
I think that's our problem, is that they're not a spooky skeleton, because we can't boop them.
It's easier to hit a skeleton.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Right away.
We wouldn't be so boned if it was a skeleton.
Ha!
Ugh.
You don't find me humorous?
Ugh.
I'm so glad Momo reacts to that the way I do.
I'm telling you, you better stop making those puns.
See, the thing is, yeah, I either cackle at them or I groan. They're both compliments, though.
No, in that case, we do not react to them the same way.
I make just as many puns as I get. So
Mine
It's a
are all
good thing this
accidental.
isn't in person because I can't get hit if this is digital. The digit one
Oh,
didn't land.
digital.
Ha,
Sid,
Weird.
you'll find me pun.
ha, ha.
It's okay. Our puns are frightful.
Ha!
You're
I
just
got
getting
the
into dad
bone to
joke
pick.
territory now.
Rose snaps out of her shock, and seeing her companions being threatened, she snaps her fingers. Hellish rebuke.
Nice.
I did not mean to click that.
Carina apparently mutters gibberish.
She is terrified, so.
All you hear are Irish expletives that no one can understand.
Not even Carina.
Nope.
Damage. NPC damage.
Fighting a ghost sounds like sheet is about to hit the fan. Ah! That's
Oh
fantastic.
my god. She rolls a fucking nat
Yo!
Good lord.
Yeah, I was thinking I was the ghost of Steve.
Y'all be glad you're not fighting Rose. The ghost saves.
Mm-hmm. Wait, am I next?
No, Cold is next.
No, Cole would be next.
Mila.
Oh,
Rose.
duh.
Sick 'em,
It's
Spooko!
like right there.
Oh.
Yeet!
Whether that's good or
It is
bad,
now
that's
Col'Tash's turn.
Yep. Col'Tash is going to move in front of Faolin. Pull back both hands into a source of moonlight, and then yeet an Eldritch Blast in this bitch's face.
Oh, fun fact. Eldritch Blast doesn't have an element. It is literally your magical energy.
It is force. Yep.
Alright, well, roll your blasty blast.
My
Roll
blasty
your
blast.
blasty blast.
Oh god, I have to remember how to do this, cause
And thank you for not being behind somebody while doing this.
That's really nice of you.
you know what? There's always next time.
I never had. Does Xander have a mark on his back, or did it go away when Palin healed?
This is 2 weeks ahead of time. You're healed.
So okay, I got a 1d10,
Oh, no.
and then add what?
I rolled if you hit first.
Oh yeah, for hit.
Gotta
Duh.
hit first. Yeah.
Freaking. It's.
And Xander, it's up to you if it left a scar or not.
Bada boop.
Did you do that with your modifier?
I don't remember.
What is your,
Hold on.
what is that, what is Eldritch Blast use? Does it use your charisma, your
Charisma.
intelligence?
Charisma.
Okay, so then roll with charisma.
Okay.
Well, he has a 16. Add your charisma. I don't want you guys to have to keep re-rolling just because we're trying to figure out how to use roll 20.
Yeah, and then lose a good roll, you know.
Right.
So it'd be +2. So.
So,
So it is an
18.
18. It hits.
D10. But I'm trying to remember. There's a way she told me how to do this, and I do not remember.
Not in your like spell list. You just can't click on it.
Because it's a cantrip. I just. Oh well, there it goes.
You can just click on where it says
Yeah, just
Eldritch
click the
Blast in the
Eldritch
chat
Blast for
now,
the
and then
damage.
it'll do the damage roll.
Yeet.
Oh my god, the one guy that can do something.
Right? I'm like,
I know the one guy that is the most helpful right now.
I'm gonna say
by
that
the
it's
way, I found
because
how to
there's
do the
not enough
thing.
moonlight here.
Oh my god. It's just,
I'm
I need more moon.
I need more moon.
Karina takes
Need
down her
more
pants.
cowbell.
No. No. Bad dragon.
Clap, clap, clap.
Oh, Lisa.
Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to shiitake mushrooms. I'm gonna ask Faolin before he shoots if he can sidestep to not shoot me with an arrow.
You can move out of his way.
Did you use all of your movement ability?
No, he did not.
You can split your movement in two as your bonus action and move away from him.
Neat.
I mean, I still probably could have sidestepped, but yes,
Yeah,
that
just
works.
try not to shoot him. But I mean, if you happen to.
Yep, because nobody likes the guy who looks different.
No, nobody likes somebody who shoots you in the butt.
I mean, it depends what you're into, but
This is true. This is true. I take my last statement back. I mean, some people pay for that kind of stuff.
that's true. And I end my turn, by the way.
So, by the by, breaking up your move does not count as a bonus action. You can break up your move regardless.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
neat.
As long as you don't use all of your movement speed. Mila, your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use history because I know that I mean dance. But yes,
Prepare for the donut scene.
I know we know the song that it was a shanty. Is there another? See if I can.
Momo, could you repeat yourself, please?
She's wanting to roll history to know if there's more than she knows than just the song being a shanty.
Yeah, it's more or less. I'm trying to figure out if there's another verse to it, like if she's looking for a return verse from.
Lisa, Mila wants to know if she remembers the rest of the song. Roll.
What? History?
History.
For your live.
Okay. Oh, that too.
No, you do not.
Nope.
Nope.
As I'm talking to the spirit, I don't know what you want, but you're putting her in a lot of anguish. What's going on? And I stand in front of Rose. And then I end my turn.
The ghost's face falls for a moment before resuming their anger.
Mila at this point has their hands outspread, just basically like, stop. Like, I'm tired.
In the name of love.
Right, so it is Xander's turn.
Xander's not really sure what to do because he knows his attacks aren't working. I don't think he's smart enough to try to figure out what Mila's trying to do. I'm just gonna stand here and take a dodge action.
Mila's
Any
not smart
attacks
enough
on
to know what they're doing either.
Mila is also not smart enough to know what they're doing.
Smarter than me.
I had a Madama moment
Yeah,
during
I'm
this
gonna take a
series.
dodge action. Any attacks on me have disadvantage.
Okay.
Sneaky monk shit. Just.
Anyone can do that as long as they didn't do a attack action.
Yeah, but still, sneaky
Yeah,
monk.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Well,
With dodge.
yeah, I
right?
just take a defensive stance and just hold my ground because I don't know what to do.
Does he also
Okay,
want
Karina,
to take
you're
a...
up.
Does he also
No,
want to
he-
take a wisdom saving throw?
He made his save.
he made it.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah,
did.
I'm not scared. I rolled.
Oh, that's right. I
But
forgot.
yeah, he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't become frightened in the first place.
Karina, she looks over at Rose and now seeing that she's out of shock, yells to her, "What do you know that is happening?"
I mean,
They can't respond on this turn, but as far as I know.
not the time, darling.
Now's the perfect time, because if you know something, we might actually be able to stop this.
Yeah, there's a reason Rose is attacking.
Okay, Sin, you make RP a lot harder.
I know.
She literally has nothing she can do.
You guys make battle hard sometimes.
Hot Dogistan surfboards are hard.
On your face.
Carina also chooses to take a dodge action, and then I'm gonna roll my wisdom saving throw. Nat 20.
That's a smart dragon.
You are no longer
Wise
frightened.
dragon? Wise dragon.
No longer afraid. Get afraid immediately again.
I'm tempted to say because it was a nat 20 that you are the opposite of frightened.
I think Faolin would just try to shoot it again, even though it went through the first time, just because that's what he knows what to do. So let's see here with
Hunter's Mark also gives you an extra d6 of damage every time you hit,
That's true.
but I don't think that helps with a ghost.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Facts.
No.
Where's the- Frightened creatures disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Okay. Alright, so when I do longbow, I need to roll disadvantage. I'm gonna wait for typing.
The ghost is struck by your Hunter's Mark and fucking dies again.
So, Faolin, you are using Hunter's Mark?
No, Lisa's
I-
being Lisa. she's making
I don't-
she's making light of the situation.
Let's see.
I would also like to point out to everybody that Lisa said the F word.
Uh,
She barely ever does. Bugger. Oh, and you can't delete it either. I'm taking a screenshot. I have proof. No, I'm kidding. Only ever for comedic effect. Yes, I'm aware.
Which is the best time to use it.
Unlike me, who uses it as a comma.
Yep. Same.
Right
yeah,
there
so
with you.
Phelan's not gonna use Hunter's Mark, he's just gonna shoot. You know, like on instinct. So for
Wolf
this, I need to
Pepper, how
roll
you doing, dude?
disadvantage, right?
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes, okay, that's what I thought. There you go. Rolling with disadvantage.
$13.
Okay.
Nice.
Doing okay here a bit? Yeah, I hear that. Shit's been interesting recently, I'm
She's
sure.
not gonna move.
Just lurking for the most part. I
And
appreciate you
do a
lurking. Means a lot, dude.
Saving throw as well.
Come on, nat 20.
It's closer. Closer to the last one, but yeah, it doesn't make it. Alright, that's that. Next.
I would like to think that the old man's just out there, like, half asleep, and there's just boom, boom. What? Just goes back
I'm
to
loving the
sleep.
fact that the old man isn't hearing the wailing, screaming, and singing coming from the ghost. So, no, you were still frightened.
So it's reaching out towards Carina. Can I react at this time, or should I wait until my next turn?
That doesn't sound good.
No, not at all. Dex with advantage. I have a current disadvantage because of my seasickness.
So that would even it out.
Yeah, so just solid Dex then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch.
Do you still have that inspiration?
It's an inspiration for chat to give out, but that's not going to help me here.
7 and 7. Ooh.
Good God. I have 6 hit points left.
Oh.
That would have downed me.
That would have failed me.
Yep. That is terrifying.
Mm-hmm. Rose's turn. Wait, did... No, never mind. It was the ghost or not Koreans, never mind.
Anybody got cure wounds for an alien dragonborn? I know that Faolin does. I have hopes for something. My hope is that the Spectre, although needs to be hit
So
with
we're
something
only
magical
eaten by
for more
ghosts.
damage, I'm hoping that we're actually making some progress because the DM said that they're looking dimmer now. So I'm
Who's
hoping
the
that some
rotor
physical
team?
attacks will do something. Maybe on my turn I might be able to punch it, but I think that at this point I just need to get away.
Herbs.
It's all the cat's fault.
Canonically several weeks ago?
Rose, seeing
Oh, my
you
language
injured,
was
seems
used.
to come to a conclusion. She draws her ornate rapier from its sheath and charges in.
She does 800 damage to it and it just disintegrates.
And this is why you don't want to fight Rose.
Right.
You'd be heckin' dead! Anyone has Vicious Mockery now? We
Ooh.
don't have a bard on our team!
That sucks.
Cold, you wouldn't happen to have Vicious Mockery, would you?
Not a bard. Nope.
Nah, that's what I thought.
That's gonna be my next class. Yeah, no, I'm totally.
Yeah, after
full on
TPK
bard.
here.
I mean, I could just be like, I don't want to live in this world. Just Eldritch Blast.
I don't want to live anymore.
Chat says, be like, no one loves you, ghost, go away!
No, it's literally just your character realizing they're part of a game and they become sentient and they just kind of like lose it.
Yes.
I imagine that's Rose. I'm sorry. Hold your turn.
We're gonna try it again. I'm gonna sidestep in front of Faolin. So not to shoot anybody, I'm gonna do a heckin' Eldritch Blast. Seeing how I can see that those attacks aren't doing shite right now. Had a boop. And no, I gotta do the freaking roll
Nice.
first. Oh, that was the roll. Okay, cool.
That was the roll. You hit.
Yeah. And then I do a la boop. Son
Oh
of a
my god!
bitch!
There are 10 numbers on that dice roll.
And then I'm gonna sidestep back and end my turn. Just
Ow.
By the way, from where you're standing, nobody's in your way.
Correct.
I don't want to risk it going through her and possibly hitting somebody else, or me missing and hitting you.
Because of the
or-
because of the angle you're at, it wouldn't do that. It is a direct beat.
Your last few blows have sapped a considerable amount of energy out of this being. Arcing its back, it once more lets out a desperate scream that freezes you in place. Vicious gusts of wind flow through the windows higher up in the building, creating a vortex. In the center of the room, and with a beam of light that shoots to the upper floor, the ghost is gone. Everything lays still. Combat is over.
Mila slowly approaches Rose.
That'd be awesome, Alan.
Rose. What the fuck was that? Who the fuck was that?
Col'Tash is gonna go check on Carina and offer her some food to hopefully get some HP in her.
Rose does not talk to Mila and instead yeets to the stairs.
2 damage. I did 2 damage that entire thing. Ah! Fuck it.
That's
At
okay. I
least you
didn't
hit.
do jack shit, so.
Yeah. Xander's gonna walk over to Mila, make sure she's alright, like no longer frightened or whatever.
Alan, that's fucking awesome. That looks great. I love that idea.
I guess Rose just yeeted themselves away from me, so they're just gonna watch after them, and then look to Xander. I'm fine.
There's the background music.
Tired.
Now that I've got a chance to refresh the page.
So I guess now isn't the time either to talk about it, is it?
Carina falls to her knees in pain and looks up at Rose. You need to tell us what's going on now.
She stumbles over to the stairs.
I think after that we have a right to know something.
Rose is sat, hunched over on the first step of the staircase, trying to control shallow breaths. She looks small, broken. Rose isn't meant to be small. In all the time that you've known her, she has been an infinite font of character and life. You thought you had seen every side of her nature, from cold sternness to a hearty kinship, always at the top of her game. And yet...
It's gonna be like a come up Henry Rollins, Zach De La Rocha, and Joe Strummer. I love it. That's legit.
I'm going to go on a limb and say, you're the one that she was singing about. You're the one that made her so sad. She says this with a equal sad tone.
Not quite. Standing without ceremony, she smiles and gives a smile. The smile she gives you is betrayed by the coldness of her eyes. Come on, darlings. It's a long way to climb, and the sooner we start, the sooner we can leave.
Some of us aren't in the best condition right now to continue to fight.
Right.
Xander just says sternly.
Carina stands up, wincing as she does so. I'm fine. And she walks over and pushes her way past Rose and starts trying to heft her way up the stairs.
All right.
Col'Tash is going to follow. Just not even recognizing Rose.
So before we go up real quick, you said that that Faolin's arrows went straight through. Would
Yep.
Faolin be able to just go to the back wall and pluck them out of the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got
Cool.
2 rupee arrows.
I believe when you recover arrows, you have to roll to see if they are broken. Which is search. You know where they are. They're just there. Got it. They're not broken. You have 2 arrows.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Cool.
And which order are you guys going up the stairs?
Carina's up front.
Carina's up front. Col'Tash is behind.
Mm-hmm.
Carina's going.
Her barbarian rage is kind of kicked in.
And she's a little pissy.
I'm just trying to make sure she doesn't die.
I don't think there's an official rule for that. It's basically just up to
Is
the DM.
Rose
Okay,
waiting
gotcha.
for everyone else, or?
So far, she hasn't headed up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, then Valen's gonna go up behind Cole.
Mila's gonna go to Rose. Not mad. Not mad. I'm confused, and I'm worried for you. I just want to make sure we have all the information so we're not harming someone that's already been hurt so much. I'm sorry. And with that, Mila goes up the stairs.
I'm not mad. And Lisa put in, I'm just disappointed.
It's more that I just like they're not sure what's going on, and if they're I just want to know so I can help, but you're not letting me help you, and I'm a little irritated, but I'm not mad.
She's being a stubborn old battle axe and not telling
Previous
us
DM
anything.
says that when you
Right. Give it a
scrounge for
second,
your
guys.
arrows after battle, you get half of them back rounded down.
Yeah,
That seems like a fair
I'm
thing.
probably gonna tell Faolin when we can. Probably should heal Carina.
Go pat her
Does any of us
shoulder.
have healing? Anything?
Faolin does.
I do.
Faolin has healed us. Or healed me before, so I know he does.
And so you
Gee.
face your worst foe yet. Stairs. They creak under your weight, and occasionally a weak spot on the banister will sway underhand.
Fun.
The reason why I'm not
Don't
following
bother
the
making people count
how I
arrows.
face Carina.
It seems tedious.
Yeah, everybody's following Carina. That's the best part.
I'm staying a little further back.
Oh god. Oh no, this could be very bad. Please, please. Oh no.
Happy face.
I don't want to look.
Count anyway for emergency. Yeah, so at least that way you can keep track of what you got. It helps you to keep track of your weight and how many arrows you have left, etc.
Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween!
Yeah.
We're fighting ghosts!
Freaking banshee is more like it. Fucking scary ass people.
Rose speaks up from the back, sounding slightly indignant. I can practically see your cogs whirring. Go on, ask your questions before the steam starts coming out of your ears.
I'll let the smarter people do that.
The only thing I want to know, darling, is what you actually know about what just happened. And potentially who that was. If you're doing something where little resources matter, then yeah, like if I was doing something gritty survivalist, I would, but otherwise they're cheap and yeah, that makes sense too.
Why don't I tell you a story? Hmm?
That sounds
Before
grand.
the story and
I want
out of
popcorn.
character, was there any sort of mention or hinting at there being a ghost or any other sort of haunting in this place before we came here?
Yep, the old man was blathering on about it on the outside of the.
Like, literally right before you.
So
Yep.
it,
He thought you guys.
shouldn't
so
have
I
been
know
a
you weren't
total
there.
surprise then. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a huge surprise. It was a huge surprise that they were there.
Undead
the old
is
man
kind
was
of a
screaming and
cool,
called you ghosts.
cool enemy type, honestly.
Okay.
They have a lot of different
Here to make old
variances.
Billy think he's not knowing what he's doing here, huh? The old man's looking off his rocker, dude. Old Billy Pike.
It was a surprise that Rose recognized the spirit.
Rose also recognized Billy.
And that there are. What were they? They were scavenger marks on the chest.
From Hot Dogiston.
Nope. The
No,
hot dogiston was on the
trinket.
piece that he
I
picked out.
was just trying to be funny.
Oh, okay. Smuggler marks on the chest.
smuggler marks. Yeah.
Rose
Surprised
clears
me.
her throat. Around 20 years ago, there was a sailor of dubious fortune, though some considered her a pirate. The Ram, and her partner in crime, the Crow. Now they worked for the good of others, cleaning up messes that no one else would. Anti-heroes, if you ask me. There's a little too much pride in her voice as she says that.
Yeah, they're really cool.
One day, they were liberating a slaver galleon. The clashing of steel, delivering justice, and all very dashing, right? Well, after the battle is over, the Ram hears a sobbing in the cargo hold. Goes to investigate. She's jumped by an unknown assailant, and she's just about to draw her sword. She gets a better view of who it is. A nameless child, holding a makeshift shiv, tough, tiny thing, left the Ram with a new scar across her jaw. So naturally, the Ram took the little one under her wing. She gives a small chuckle. They say the Ram died at sea not long after. A battle or something, depending on who you ask. And the Crow, unable to let their legacy go, tried to continue on her own. There was a storm just off the coast of Rook Bay. Her ship went down. She was never seen again.
So I have a feeling we're fighting the Crow.
Rose sniffles loudly. A good tale, eh?
Aye, and a convenient one at that. Seems a mite sad that the Ram had to die so early.
Col'Tash just
Especially after
grips
just finding a young child. Halfling, perhaps.
Leaving her friend behind in a world with no one else to help her. As Carina's walking, she trips up the stairs a little bit because she's hurting, but picks herself up before Col'Tash knocks into her, which would then set a domino effect.
She coughs. From the story or the stairs, you can't be certain.
Col'Tash points downstairs at the crates, and just in general asks, I wonder if it was worth it. If this legacy was worth it.
It wasn't.
Was the girl, though? The young one that the ram found. Was it worth protecting them?
Bubbles, how's it
This is
going,
said
dude?
with no ounce of judgment, but more of a understanding.
Yes. With everything she had left.
Though I suppose the weight of the friend dying still never left their heart. Am I correct?
Oh yeah, Max Carina. I don't know what that's for, so I'm saying Max Carina.
It's a percentage to see if she does something that I have in mind. Max Carina coming soon to a theater near you.
Oh God.
Running on an hour and a half of sleep.
Why do I say
Jesus
things?
Christ, Bubbles, go get some sleep.
Words are fun.
Wanting sleep but not tired. Ugh, I know that feeling.
But yeah,
Insomnia has been bad for me,
Xander's hearing
too.
the thing about the ram finding the kid, he's kind of thinking of him and Mila. And they ran into each other.
Mila was thinking the same thing. That's why there was no judgment in their voice.
Yeah.
But let's just come out and say it then. You took your daughter, and when you found them, you didn't want to live that life anymore, and you left. Your friend, being as stubborn as you are, kept going. Sadly, the seas were not as kind to them. Lover or friend, I'm not sure, but either way, it's still a hard loss.
How about wow, run some mythic keys while listening. Nice! Well, thank you for sticking around. Appreciate it.
Days where you wish you had announcer voices on your thing, so I can sit here and go, coming soon.
Right.
No need to take Stark in tails, darling.
I find that kind of hard to believe. You seem so knowledgeable, and your reactions to this are a mite strange, if I do say so myself.
These are
With
really
that
long pairs.
perception, could I call their bullshit? Because Mila's about had enough of them guessing around the subject.
There's a roll for that. I'm trying to think.
Oh, I made perception earlier when they were telling the story, so I wasn't sure if that was...
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
Can we?
You can call her on bullshit all you want. Depends on
They're
how-
not
whether or
gonna say
she's
shit,
going to-
though.
Deception, skill, 11.
Can we eat Rose off the stairs until she tells us?
No, Carina would stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
As
Mila's
pissy as she
turn.
is, it's more because she's in pain than anything else.
Mila turns and stops and looks at Rose. I don't
Session's been
care
good, man. Can't complain.
who you were or what you did. Speaking to another thief, I don't give a shit. What I do care about is figuring out what to do with this woman. How to help them. How to help you move past this. And if you don't want to tell us the truth, that's fine, but at least be honest with us on how to take care of it.
Well, the music kicked up at just the right time.
This is why
Sorry.
Xander wasn't
It was
afraid of
by
the ghost.
design.
I wish we could control shit like that.
Just FYI, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at anyone. I just have a tendency to get really into RP.
Yeah, no, nobody's gotten KO'd yet, so we'll call that a win. Although Carina's hurting pretty bad.
Can Col'Tash roll to see if he hears this conversation?
I'm no thief. This is the first time she has ever risen her voice directly at you.
Carina, in frustration between the pain, Rose's vagueness, and her yelling at Mila, who she is currently dubbed Mom, stops dead on the stairs, turns around, and looks at her from atop where she is, easily able to see her. There is no need to sling words. Mila said nothing of the like. She said that is what she does. However, your vagueness and lack of interest in giving us information that could prove useful to help you and potentially your friend. And yes, it's quite plain. Even my stupid self can figure that out. Your lack of interest in resolving this matter is only going to make things worse. Her tone softens for a moment. We don't want to see you hurt, and we certainly don't want anyone else to get hurt. She winces a little bit. Please, just tell us what's going on and what you think we can do.
Before Carina resumes, Faolin's gonna nudge past Col'Tash and kind of swap places, and in the midst of that is going to offer to heal her up a little bit, heal Carina up a little bit.
You've had your questions. It's my turn. What exactly do you plan to do when we reach the top?
Trying to help, but not knowing what to do is very hard. Apparently, I have picked up Carina's soft accent.
Okay. Cure wounds.
Would you let me speak to her? It should try at least.
That sounds like a grand idea.
I think that might be the best option. Honestly, we don't want to fight it. It's only
Yay! You
scared
get
out of
Devin
my
back.
mind.
Thank God.
Only scared
Enjoy,
out of my
Carina.
mind. That's why I attacked. Good job.
I am up to 13.
Woo!
That should make you feel better, man.
Thanks. Does feel a mite better. I'll still be tripping up the stairs for a bit, though.
There's a lot of stairs, guys. Sorry.
Col'Tash,
Okay. We're having a good talk while we walk up the stairs.
I don't know about you, but I don't go upstairs quickly, so this would take me
I
even
imagine
longer.
the stairs kind of go around and
if though.
around and around.
So Xander
Speaking
says
of
you're-
which, looking
Go ahead.
around, you'd guess you're maybe 6 floors up. Like I said, a lot of stairs.
Xander's basically using
Any port in
this
a
time
storm,
as
yeah,
an
no kidding.
exercise thing. This exercise going upstairs.
I was like doing squats each time he goes up a stair.
Something.
I ain't afraid of no stairs.
I'm afraid no bed. Sorry, it's part of the song I sent earlier. There's something strange sleeping in your bed.
Yeah,
From the
basically
ground floor.
I feel like it's gonna be a common thing with Xander. If we're doing something, he's gonna be doing something that's moving, like working out wise.
Stairs, Buster.
Nice, Matthias. That's good. I appreciate you being here.
I am enjoying Rose's character.
Yeah, Rose is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Stubborn as a mule, but I love her.
Nothing new that we haven't dealt with before.
Mila now kind of understands a little bit more, rather hesitant to flirt. Like, oh, that's the thing that happened. Damn it.
Col'Tash lets out a soft sigh and just in general asks if she doesn't want to talk. Is everybody ready?
We have to be
I know.
ready.
Looking back towards Rose.
Keeping a steady pace.
Never thought about it, but I can only imagine.
You're all Carina roll dex. Your last footfall was just a little too heavy, causing the brittle wood underneath to bend and warp. Carina got a nat 20 in
I'm a
dexterity.
boss ass bitch.
The dragon is surprisingly graceful.
She's walking on her tippy talons.
Well, the funny thing is, most of my proficiencies are index, which is funny because I only have a +1 modifier for my dex.
What's your strength out?
My strength's a +3,
She won't smash.
but I only have a proficiency in athletics. I didn't take a proficiency in any other strength. Oh, there's only one strength.
Yeah, there's only strength.
Oh, okay, yeah, so I took proficiency in athletics for the sake of it.
Because you could. Yep.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that was class-based.
Barbarian monk, just saying.
Now, there's...
Surprisingly, for me,
I got
being a
some
monk,
ideas
I
what I
am
want
very
to do.
close to how Carina is.
You leap as soon as you feel a difference, and 2 steps fall behind you. A minute passes before you hear it crash to the bottom.
Oi, guys, watch your step. These boards are getting a mite rickety.
Fantastic.
Whoa, dude.
That's like a long way down.
Like, man, I can't believe how far down that is.
God, I
Zoinks.
fucking love you.
Like, wow.
I have a Reese's cookie.
Ooh, there's
I'm so
Reese's in the freezer. That's an exciting thing.
Old's good.
Rose needs a little help getting over the gap. This is getting a bit too high, even for her.
Carina, being as wide as she is afraid that she can't get down to help.
I will help.
Mila will try.
Someone should
Yeah,
multi-class
good job,
Bard and
guys.
Barbarian and make a Barbarian!
I will let Xander do it because they are stronger.
I am the only Barb,
Let's see
Let's see what the
and
dice says.
we don't have any other I'm the only Barbarian. We don't have any
Just
Bards, so I don't think
strength
we'd be able to do that.
Strength, I believe.
I'm not multi-classing in Barbarian because there's plans for my
Oh.
character.
I do not love me today.
If I was
Kino says, "Whoa, gnarly."
I love you.
Use all my strength punching a ghost.
I used all my strength punching a ghost.
Yeah. So you guys know this, but
And yes,
They
after
don't.
we figure out if Rose gets across the gap, we
she
can go fucking
is
crazy.
multi-classing in this campaign as Paladin,
But I get advantage if Mila's trying to help or
mostly at the request of my DM.
I will try to help because like they would want to be helping Rose.
And I think it'll
And
be
we were the last two
interesting,
on the
so I
set
said, sure,
anyway,
why
so-
not?
Okay.
Bard Barbarian Fusion class
you
whose
even try
songs
Rose's
inspire
situation.
rage.
That's
Yes,
what
I
it's
need
for.
this. She's very charismatic. I was almost thinking about multi-classing as a Bard Barbarian.
GM, just for mood settings, can we still see the light from the stove from all the way up here, or no?
it's
are-
also a question.
Barely.
Really? Okay.
I get my adventurer's rope and I toss it to them.
Is it
Tie
the
this around your waist. Why am I Irish now?
Because Carina's infectious.
It is, and I love it. I just don't want to copy you.
You're fine. If she ends up becoming Irish, it's because Carina rubs off on her. You are her mother, after all.
I am. I am team mom.
Just like a little gecko. Ma'am?
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 Get a mace and become a dragon who bonks all. I have a hammer already. That's my main weapon.
Tie that around your waist and go ahead and we'll pull from this side. So when you jump, you can have a little extra to get over here and get on the steps.
To do the heckin' thing.
Yes.
Do a heckin' thing.
Matthias says because you are already naturally Irish.
Yeah, honestly.
Alright, I trust you.
Can't cast or concentrate
I'm
on
sorry,
spells while raging, so it makes
Mila's head, they're just
multiclassing
like,
spellcasting
you
a bit
shouldn't.
awkward. Yeah, well the nice thing
They're
about
not gonna
Carina
say
is
it,
that
though,
she
but they're just
doesn't
like,
rage often, character-wise.
They then toss the rope to Xander
Place.
and say, keep passing this on till you reach Carina, and then I'll call out on 3, and then we'll yank them across.
Then we all
board.
have to
Roll
roll.
dex for knots.
Wouldn't they be the one tying it?
Like,
Since they needed the help over? Because I tossed it to them.
Rose, roll dex for knots.
Um,
I love
She's
knots.
really good at tying knots. That's a good knot. I want some like flavor text from her that's like, well, I
love
guess
knotty
sailing all
knots.
those years on a ship did me some good.
I mean,
you know what's sad is I think my mage hand is stronger than I am.
that's what she said.
You're what?
My mage's hand.
that's a good knot.
Just
All right.
Hey, do we all
Once
need to
it gets
roll a
back to
strength
Carina,
check?
Yeah.
Carina's got a hold of the end of the
Okay,
rope.
3 was cool.
Are y'all pulling?
Sure.
What are they rolling?
I think it's strength.
Are we rolling straight?
I'm gonna suck
Imagine
this. It's my
strength.
dump stat.
Mila does not help at all.
But I mean, if we all pull a pretty good number, they balance each other out. But
Carina's got a dirty 20 and she's the one in the back, so.
would they also have to roll acrobatics to add to that? To the average, since they're jumping?
Oh, I did a save. Whoops, that's not just a strength.
So if you fail, the
I guess you're
DM
just
could have
gonna use
been
my
like,
strength I
that's
rolled
not
earlier."
gonna happen. Aha! Oh no.
That's actually good.
Okay, yeah,
Again,
that's not
'cause
bad.
if it's added with all of our rolls, added, but like the average.
There you go. That's my actual strength.
Because so far we have two really good ones, one okay one, and 2 eh.
Is Xander helping?
2 eh.
That's I
and
wasn't
one-
sure if it was my old
two good
rolls
ones.
or
Using his
Yeah.
strength earlier,
Oh, okay.
which I believe was a 7.
that was my first roll. It was a 7.
Can Carina do a mighty yeetus?
Wait, Carina, you said you were raging, right?
No, she's calming down now.
It was bad, but it wasn't.
just yeet.
Poor Rose.
She's got horns.
I mean,
If
if
she hits her
nothing
head,
else,
she'll be
we
fine.
still have a hold of them. They just didn't get all the way over if it went badly. But we still have a hold of them.
Not if I do a mighty yeetus.
Yeah, well, luckily she's not
Merlin,
currently,
hello,
you know,
how you doing?
on the floor.
Yeet away anyway.
Hey, Mer-
Mighty yeet.
You all pull on the rope, dragging Rose along. She makes it the gap, and she stumbles into Mila's arms when she lands.
And then they do the sex.
Yes, all the
Sorry,
stairs, all
I'm
the
sorry.
stairs,
I'm
on the
so
rickety
sorry.
ass.
I'm sorry.
Do it.
You can use the ectoplasm as lube.
Oh my god!
Stop talking, Cold.
Hold on, before we do this, I gotta switch scenes. Sensitive eyes can't see this. And then just Mila and fucking Rose's tokens moving up and down on the
Okay,
screen.
that's a tea break. So, frolic, run, be
I'm
free.
so sorry, Lisa. Do you have to take a pee break soon?
Yeah, take a pee break.
Alright, so we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get up, stretch my legs a little bit, and we will be back in maybe like 5 minutes.
Samesies.
Right.
Night, Alan.
Reaching the apex of the stairs, you are greeted by a modest living space encased by a window. You have a nearly 360-degree view of endless ocean. Far to the north, where you can see dim pinpoints of life from the city, and another stovetop. A small chest sits at the foot of the bedside, and a brief passageway that, judging from the breeze, leads up to the outside. Every surface is coated in pools of melted wax. There are several candles that have been left to burn out. All is quiet, apart from the whistling of the wind.
My that bed looks severely uncomfortable to sleep in.
Could you imagine having to walk up all of those steps just to take a nap?
That sounds awful. Though I'm pretty sure the way that the lighthouse works is that this is supposed to be your main space. You don't actually go downstairs unless you're trying to leave. So you go up, you take care of the lighthouse, and then you come down here and you sleep, you take care of yourself, you eat. You go back upstairs, take care of the lighthouse, and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
I would just have another bed downstairs.
Yes, the blur on the map looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Carina takes note of the chest and walks over to it. This is a chest.
This is a chest. It is absolutely a chest.
Is it shiny?
I go over to it. If there's a lock on it, I try and pick it.
Mila, are you trying to steal?
No, I'm just trying to see what's in there. Because if they stole something of the person who's dead, and they want it back to go to rest peacefully, it might be in here. And since we have somebody who might know what's going on, they might be able to tell us if there's anything in there that is worth looking. I won't take anything that's not necessary. Promise.
Okay.
Then I try to pick the lock, please.
Go on then.
Yo.
Yo. No, that wasn't Rose. I was being an ass. Got it. It opens.
I'd like to
Rose, would you
imagine it makes that noise.
Yo.
Rose,
Your
would you be
hand. No, I'm
to
kidding.
come help me look at this chest, see if there's anything you recognize in here. And then I like to do investigation with, if it's okay with their help.
Inside you find 7 gold, 12 silver, 5 copper, a ruby, a few worthless pieces of clothing, and several pages of yellowed parchment.
Is there anything on the parchment?
There's a mosquito in here, and I am not happy.
Carefully handling the papers as not to tear them, you see they are rough charcoal sketches that mostly depict seascapes, sunsets, and occasionally a gull. All are signed with BP.
Yeah, no, I hate
Is
mosquitoes.
that really...
Carina looks over her shoulder. BP. Billy?
Billy Pike, correct?
Hi, that was the lad's name downstairs.
Billy Pike. Happy face.
Looks like he likes to relax up here and make drawings of the landscape.
I set them softly on the bed as not to, or no, I set them back in the trunk as not to
Beepy.
disturb them.
Beepy the artist.
BP. BP is an artist.
Does this ruby look familiar to you?
Not at all.
All right. Resisting the urge to take the ruby, they put everything back and they close the chest again because they've made a promise not to take anything that wasn't necessary, and none of it seems necessary.
Carina walks away, not paying you any mind.
You want to?
She's looking out the window.
Damn it.
Wow, this is gorgeous. Look at all this stuff outside. It's real pretty.
You're such a bad influence.
Oh, I know.
Col'Tash would like to look around the room for anything that might be out of place for something for Billy to have up here.
Beepy.
I do leave everything in the chest and close it. As much as it pains me, Mila doesn't want to be an ass.
Is there a stove?
Is there anything else of note? Maybe, I don't know. Is what I'm standing next to something or just part of the room?
It's a stove.
Oh, is that
It's
the
a crate.
stove?
I have no idea.
Can't see anything.
Well. Creek.
Is it
Um.
like feel cold in the room?
If I remember correctly, there are a couple of candles lit that have been
Mila
left to
stands
burn
up.
out. Yeah, there's a few candles.
Mila looks to Rose. What? Surprised I didn't take anything. Oh, sorry, you didn't read that yet.
Mila, Rose glances at you with raised eyebrows and looks off to the side.
She's just like, whoa!
I love Carina wandering around in the back.
How do you rotate the little tokens?
Click on your icon, and it's that little line with the square on it. You just hold it and spin.
Oh, I didn't even see
Yeah.
that before. That makes so much sense.
So you can be like burp, and then you can be like
You
a
spin
burp.
me
Hey,
right
now we got two
round
people
and
just spinning.
right round.
Right round.
But yeah,
Oh,
in
why am I
response to
gone?
Rose, in response to Rose, she says, "What? Surprised I didn't take anything."
Amongst her pacing, Carina trips over the rug and pulls it up a little bit. She hits her face hard on the wooden floor. Ah! Son of a bitch! This is just not my day.
Gonna walk up and offer a hand to help bring it up.
Carina graciously takes it, stands up, and then looks at the rug and kicks it again with defiance and rolls it up a little bit.
Keep it up.
Angry rug. Please don't tell me it's a rug mimic.
Do we see
The
like
rug
corner of a
starts
trapdoor
flying
or
3
something?
feet off the ground. You found a magic carpet. If there's a magic carpet, we're 100% taking that. I don't care.
Carrying a carpet down and jumping across a gap with it.
Right?
Meow.
And pulling it over and be like, nope, we're taking this. Bye.
Under the rug there is a small note, and from the looks of it, it has been long forgotten. Karina, as she's kicking the rug, sees this note in the paper, and she picks it up and inspects it.
Does she see the note?
She's immediately staring down the rug, angry at it, and sees the note fly out from underneath it. Yes, I'm assuming she sees it.
I was ready for you to roll perception and see if
Fine.
you see it or not.
Can Carina read the note?
Can I read the note?
It's in Hotdoganese.
Oh, Lord.
Good thing we have somebody who's fluent in it.
Don't make me speak in Gith, please. Not tonight.
Seth.
It's a fucking heart attack and a half.
Fucking Forston.
Surprisingly,
And that's
not that
just the
nasally.
reviews on the language.
I don't want no.
Eggs, milk, bacon, bread. I'm hungry.
Didn't we find a note like this earlier that was like the exact same thing?
No, we were just talking about
Eggs,
breakfast items.
Milk, bacon,
No.
bread.
No, we were. Was it? No, it wasn't Gwen's temple. We found a note earlier in the campaign. It literally was like, you found somebody's grocery list.
Oh my god. Balls. She's like, shit, I've used this one before.
They've been found out.
Well, this
Or
is
or was
useless.
I just saying that was on the list?
Balls.
Karina tosses it off. The wind blows it into Forston's face.
I don't know who this Forston
Oh,
character is.
Faolin.
Oh, wait. Can I
Chad.
Can I get the note? Can I like take it off of his face? Like, Carina, that's not very nice.
Oh,
And I
it
wanna
wasn't
look at
my
it.
fault.
And see if there's any hidden thieves can't.
Delivery, midnight, 15 men, free them at the city limits.
Oh shit!
Whoa. There's slaves? Are you gonna tell us about this?
I turn to Rose first. Rose, can you tell me a little more about the eating habits of this gentleman? And I show her the note.
I wonder if Lisa actually had that like prepared and on that sheet, or if that was just on the fly.
I can tell you it's not in my notes,
Ooh.
Ooh,
but there is a lot of things that she does not give me, so.
Have we asked her what she used to smuggle yet?
No, but we also haven't gotten a direct answer of, yes, that was me, and refuses to say such. Even though we all know.
Lisa has many secrets.
All right, well,
the fact that she
I
was
guess I
saying she
shan't
found a
know.
small child.
On a slaver vessel.
and
then
that the person was called the Ram, and she happens to have ram horns, and there's rams all over the crates, and she knew that they were smugglers. Carina clued into this real fast.
And the thing is, it says delivery midnight, 15 men, free them at the city limit. So my guess is whoever was trying to send this note was trying to free the 15 men at midnight at the city limits.
Even Sin only
Okay,
has half the story. Yeah, we know.
The note was.
Are you gonna tell anybody about this,
The
Mila?
description was has been long forgotten. so
Not
this
at the
is
moment, and
probably
I'm waiting
done.
for because Lisa is still she's typing, so I want to see what Rose says first. They turn to Rose first to see what they said. If they do not see it, they will say something.
Okay.
If they do see it, they probably will still say something, but it depends on how they do it.
All right.
I'm gonna have to rewrite these notes. My handwriting is atrocious right now. Because I'm half tired, half tipsy.
Who writes notes?
Huh?
Who writes
Cold.
notes? I'm terrible. I don't take
because
notes.
if I put them on my computer, I forget them. I put them on paper, I forget them. But at least I'm doing something tactile.
4.5 pages.
I always
in
forget
the-
which book they're in.
Well, I hear things, maybe. Maybe they brought certain goods here when they were being pursued as to not put them in more danger.
We'll come back to this. Is it relevant to what we're doing right now? I'm trusting you on this, not to be vague with me, please. I've known you for long enough.
Bacon.
Bacon pancakes.
Stories, darling. Stories for another day.
Does Carina hear what they're talking about?
Roll perception?
As Carina's listening or trying to listen, Mila just looks
Nope.
at Rose.
Nope.
She's still kicking the rug.
She looks at Rose, shoving the note in their pocket. I'm glad you can trust me so well. And she walks away.
Ooh.
Alright, on to more stairs. Rose looks hurt.
Carina sees that Mila's walking away and she's like, oh, okay, we going upstairs now.
Yeah, more of them. Yay!
Again, Mila's like, be honest with me. Is this important right this moment or not? And they're like, maybe. I'm like,
I think that she said no. That was it's not relevant right now.
Yeah, see, apparently I'm silly enough. I didn't recognize that as a no. I recognize that as their stories, so I'm just not going to say yes or no.
My VTM group just makes memes and calls that good enough for notes. I mean, if it's
So that's where my
relevant,
brain
it goes in a meme.
That's why I had the reaction.
That's okay. That's where Mila's brain went.
Yep. So I'm sorry I misinterpreted, but Mila's a brash bitch.
She's a brass ass bitch. Bitch.
Luckily, I don't think you guys are going up another 6 stories.
Thank you.
She
Just another
recognized
5.
that you weren't telling the others, so she was being covert.
Ah. My cookie left a stain on my notebook.
Oh no.
My
It's okay.
cookie left a stain on my notebook.
You might want to put on some pants, darling.
Well, I mean,
Ah.
I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Sim,
My
go ahead
brain's
and
going
read.
right now.
Doug Dimmadam, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadam. How you doing, dude?
Ooh, pretty.
40 images in my save folder of the VTM memes. That is fantastic. Carina goes, ooh, pretty light. There's no
Preparing
light,
for
it's not
whatever
lit, but...
lies ahead, you venture onwards, lifting the rusted latch of the door, affronted by an overwhelming gust, and cautiously
going good, dude. How you doing?
emerge onto the platform. You are coated in an eerie blue glow that is coming from the lantern itself.
Whoa, dude.
Does Carina recognize this as the same glow of the orb that they saw before the ghost appeared? Carina pulls
Yes.
out her warhammer and stands the fuck back.
That was an ouchie moment.
Col'Tash is just gonna have an Eldritch Blast ready, just waiting in case.
Rose, you said you wanted to try talking to them. It's your turn.
Rose takes a few guarded steps towards the lamp.
just gonna move over because I don't want to hit Rose.
You all hear a whisper on the wind. I'm gonna fuck this up, Lisa.
Nymphaea.
Nymphaea.
Sketchy, 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 sketch, sketch.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's alright. She grimaces slightly. You know I never liked that name, Celine.
Dion? I'm sorry.
And as she says that, the specter materializes in a mist of light.
Carina gets very agitated.
Rose seemed kind of agitated too.
She's kind of white-knuckling her hammer if she had the ability to do that with the scales in the way.
Would it be brass knuckling?
Brass-knuckling her hammer!
Nice.
You see the scales on her fingers, like, lift up off the skin a little bit. Tian?
I believe the what happened is Rose. The spirit flares. Its beacon-like eyes seem to fill with an infinite rage. You left.
Carina suddenly feels kinship with the spirit. Rage is in her blood. That was totally out of character.
I retired. That child needed me, needed us. And you were the one who sailed off without a word.
I feel like more rage is involved, Sin.
The ghost falls silent. Yeah, I'm working on it, sorry.
Angry Sin noises.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nam nam.
That's fucking amazing, Elixir. The ghosty goo does not know what to do. Fail.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying Phelan's getting cautious.
Mila steps up, but not too close. Oh wait, they're typing.
They're typing. 20 years. 20 years we waited for you to come home. It was never my home. Look at you. Why are you here now? After all these years. The crates? Was that it? Even in your death, you couldn't let go of your loot? We were living legends. I can't do a voice for a ghost. Sorry, guys.
You don't need to do a ghost voice, but more exuberant would be nice.
I wanted to stay living. You're a coward.
Sin, do you want me to read one side of the lines for you?
Sure. This one's Rose. You were greedy.
This is getting tense.
The two continue to bicker back and forth as you watch on.
Carina takes a very cautious couple of steps forward and stands next to Rose, tentatively, and loosens the grip on her hammer a little bit, but does not put it away. Why is it that you're still here?
I don't know who you are.
Well, you're gonna get to know me, because you just fucking attacked me. On the ground floor. I had to stop myself from saying first floor.
Thank you. Wait. Inspiration.
Nice.
Inspiration?
For you.
Oh, I get inspiration?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you use the ground floor instead of the bottom floor.
I am good bean.
It is the goodest bean.
I guess if it doesn't really matter who we are. Miss, I have a feeling that your being here is stopping the lighthouse from working. She says very plainly.
What gave it away?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the fact that the lighthouse isn't working and you're here.
I love the Dragonborn.
I can only assume that the reason why you're doing this is because you want sailors to meet the same fate you did as some sort of petty revenge.
Oof. Right in the pride.
Ghost does not respond.
Because that's a ghost sound. Sorry, I'm...
Whoosh.
I literally just blew on my microphone being like, yeah, that's definitely ghost. Mila steps up at this point. So you're really just here because you're petty. Because you can't let go of the fact that you died because you wouldn't settle down. So you died doing what you wanted to do, and now you're mad about it?
Oh, I like that.
Ouch, pride. Her eyes flare.
Mila, my darling, take a little bit of a step back.
I will, but she has to realize what she's doing. I understand you wanted to do what you wanted to do, and that's fine. Be free. But why make her pay for it when she chose her path as well? I understand wanting to be free, and I won't judge you for that. But you both chose different paths. She chose to settle down, and she wanted you there with you.
Her eyes start to dim slightly.
You chose to leave, and I understand you wanted to be free. More than you may know. But you also have to respect what she chose as well, please. And don't hurt anyone. Don't hurt anybody else just because you were sad. Just gonna create more sadness. Don't think that's what you really want, is it?
Carina's thinking real hard.
Does it hurt?
It hurts. You can see her eyes kind of getting squinty. And she stops for a moment. Are you afraid you've lost what's made you a legend?
I was scared when the DM rolls. I know sometimes it's good, but it's still a little frightening.
I mean, me too.
It's like I hope this is a good roll, but at the same time I was like, oh no, I may be dropping out of a window.
Right? And suddenly the floor gives way, and all of you are now on the ground floor again. No, I'm only
No
kidding.
fuck.
That would be
Like,
a long
wow.
drop.
Yeah,
Roll
that
for
would-
full
that
That'd
damage.
be a
Oh,
really
God.
long drop.
All you hear is of like the dice for damage. You're just like, oh.
Oh, apparently
no.
you gave the ghost 3 psychic damage.
Three psychotic damage.
Wow.
Ouch.
Wow.
Where they're standing, is it like a pool? Is there like what exactly is it? Can I if I were to stand in it, what is it?
That is the giant lantern at the top of the. She's where the light usually emanates
She's
from.
behind glass.
She's behind glass.
Okay, so I don't step on it, but I get as close as I can to the glass. You want to be a legend still. You want to be seen. I get that. Why don't you become the light to guide the ships back home? Become the legend that protects, that cares. The thing people talk about, the thing sailors will never forget. The things people count on. I'm sure you could burn the brightest.
That'd be like real noble, man.
Out of character, Mila make reference to the fact of helping to set people free. Allowing this to happen.
If I'm not mistaken, in your lifetime, you made it a point to set others free, like yourself. To take care of them. Why not do that now?
Why is Cole always upside down? Because he doesn't want to look at the situation.
He's doing a handstand in the corner.
Always.
I mean,
He just walks on his hands from now on.
the ghost, Celine, affected by your words and actions, ceases her aggression.
I put my hand on the glass and nod for Rose to do the same. I don't know you, and I know you don't know me from jack shit, and I understand that. But I know you know Rose on a deeper level than I ever will. So please listen to her words and her heart. Remember the things you guys did together, the help that you gave to the other people, other sailors, people that were lost along the way. Think on it. I think you could be the world's biggest help right now. Being the shining light to the lost people that need your help. And I take my hand off the glass and I take a step back to let Rose take it from there.
Xander's basically gonna put his hand on Mia's shoulder, being proud of her.
With what remains of her strength, she floats over to Rose, holding an ethereal hand tenderly to her face through the glass. You've gotten old. I thought Momo was voicing Celine. Sorry, I'm just doing my job.
You've got to know.
Sin?
You know, you're the second person to tell me that today. You're still exactly as I remember you. But then some of us don't have the luxury of roaming the earth as an undead for all eternity.
Carina snorts, trying to hold back a little bit of a laugh.
Celine chuckles and then sighs.
Carina nods her head down a little bit as if to be polite. My dear, could we tell your stories? So that way people don't forget the good that you two have done together.
I'm in no position to ask favors, but don't forget, please.
My darling, I may not be a bard, but I'll spin your tales better than any ever could.
I never did.
I'm so tired.
Rest, darling. We moved on. Now it's your turn. Celine nods hesitantly. Go ahead.
Slowly drawing back her hand. Goodbye, love.
And with that, there's a momentary fulmination of bright white light. When it fades, small particles hang in the space she occupied before they are carried away with the breeze. Goodbye. Suddenly, the lantern begins to spark, erupting into a mighty blaze, kicking the lighthouse into full operation, blinding as the beam passes over you.
Son of a bitch!
Mila ducks into Xander's chest.
It got really bright.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carina Carina blinks a few times and it's like, wow!
Let's take this downstairs. As I start leading Mila to the stairs first, so you can get out of the light.
I wish I had wings.
Also picked up by the wind is a piece of yellow parchment that looks slightly singed around the edges, as though it may be burned. It lands at Mila's feet.
Squinting, she bends down and she picks it up, being careful with it.
It's another sign drawing of a drow, a tiefling, and a young halfling. They look very happy.
She holds on to it till they get to a safer location where Mila can see properly.
I'm fucking getting out of here. Jesus. Fuck, it's bright. I can't. Fuck. I love how Cold measures the distance first.
Can I walk this far?
Well, back down the stairs.
We just bolt.
After taking a few minutes to take in the night's events, you make your way back down the stairs, exiting the lighthouse into the chill night air. You look around to report your findings to the keeper, yet there seems to be no trace of old Billy Pike.
It was a ghost.
It was a ghost. Demons.
Mila waits beside the door.
Do you think he left?
After your tiring ordeal, you pass it off. He probably just wandered off, right?
Carina looks for footprints. Does she see footprints?
Holy shit.
Good job.
My one good fucking
there
roll.
are no footprints.
Hey guys, Billy just disappeared. Like poof.
Like poof.
Once Mila sees everyone's out, they make their way to Rose. Rose, listen. I was being a bitch. No short way around that. And I apologize for misunderstanding you. But may have something small to make up for it. I think it might have been a gift from Celine. And they pull out the parchment, and they hand it to Rose.
She takes it, staring for a moment, before she drags you into the biggest hug you've ever received.
Carina, outside, leans against the wall and just kind of slowly slides down it. Her hammer falling into her lap. Good fucking god, why the hell did I come along?
Hey,
Still better than getting drunk at the tavern?
God no! I'm in a lot of pain! You fuckers didn't get yourself necrotized!
necrotized.
And Faolin, you're lucky that you weren't here on that ship! He totally was. But she's
Totally was.
her insanity is allowing her to meta.
I throw a piece of jerky at Carina, just like food.
I'm fucking feeling like trash, man! What the hell do you think I need this for?
Eat.
I'll eat when we get home when it's not
Don't tell her.
rations.
No. I want her to eat it and throw it up on the boat.
Carina,
Magma jerky.
Carina, like, basically, here's your thoughts. Walks up to you and shoves it in your mouth. Sorry, Mila.
Oh, no. It was one of those things where it was not necessarily to say out loud because you guys are also doing other stuff, but I just wanted Lisa to know it.
Okay. For
There you
chat,
go.
Mila hugs back for a long moment, knowing deep in their heart that this was as close as they ever could get. Thankfully taking it as long as Rose would hold them. Does Carina shove the jerky in Col'Tash's mouth?
Yes!
Roll your d10.
You can try.
Oh, she definitely would do it. What do I have to roll to do it?
Oh.
Shove.
Wouldn't that be strength?
The shoving things in people's mouth check.
Yeah, that one. Sleight of hand. I'm slipping it into his pocket.
Strength versus strength.
Good luck,
no.
bitch.
I'm gonna
Strength
use
of hand versus strength of teeth.
I'm gonna use Misty Step to get the fuck away from her.
No, I was already up at you. I was already the fuck up at you and trying to shove it in your mouth. If you get higher than a 15, I will be surprised.
Yeet.
Coward. Carina starts chasing after you.
Calling Col'Tash out.
Alright. Back to the ship, you guys. You guys still gotta get back to the dock.
Yeet.
Yeah, after a long moment, Mila comes out looking at everybody like, the fuck are you guys on to?
Sorry, I just tried to kill the mosquito.
Silent now, are we?
Sorry, no, I was trying to kill a mosquito. Motherfucker's trying to get me to eat just so I'll vomit on the ship again.
I'm sorry?
I'm not happy!
Why don't we go home? Get some road herbs, some tea.
I don't want no fucking road herbs! I want to go to bed!
Mila softly leads the way by the arm in arm.
Carina really wants a soft bed right now.
Carina's bitching all the while.
He'll just yell from the distance, if you don't hurry up, I'm going to drink all of your whiskey.
I'm gonna fucking beat your ass! She runs the fuck after him onto the ship.
Barbarian when you're gonna be stuck on a small boat.
I'll just keep stepping around the boat like, no, fuck you, deuces, out.
Now knowing that the groundskeeper was fucking a ghost, I am very mad that I didn't take anything.
I mean, we're not leaving yet.
I was a good person. But I was a good person.
You're a good person.
Take it.
As they're on their way back to the ship before she rushes after Col'Tash, Carina sees that Mila is a little sullen, a little upset, and she gently puts her arm around her. Everything will be all right, darling. Not rightly sure what's upsetting you, but everything will work out in the long run. It always does, after all.
It does. Just as long as Xander and you are here, I have a feeling things will be just fine. But I appreciate the thought.
Then Col'Tash bitches about the whiskey, and Carina runs the fuck after him.
At that point, they stick next to Xander and kind of just.
Yeah, Xander's just standing by the thing, looking basically up at the night sky, thinking of the story of what Rose and all that stuff.
Monk Bard! Monk Bard! Monk Bard!
Oh. I did not see it. Oh. So Amelia doesn't go back to Xander right away because I want to see the answer to this question.
Xander says, if you want to try, you can. Bracers will be happy about it. And Xander sees Mila more as family than anything. He just wants her to be happy.
Should we read it out?
Oh?
Should we read it out, or did I miss people reading it?
Sin hasn't read it yet.
Rose hangs back a bit, standing next to Xander. So, are you two, or you know?
Xander shakes his head. No. If you want, you'll make her happy, and that'll make me happy.
Oh god, he is like forward with it.
Xander doesn't really. He's grown up with Mila.
Subtle.
He's going to be immune to a lot of it.
And now Mila and Rose do the doink.
Basically, Xander pats Rose on his shoulder, smiling as he walks forward to catch up with Mila.
Is everyone back on the ship?
I believe so.
Rose looks excessively at the floor
Exclusively.
on the way back to the ship. Exclusively at the floor on the way back to the ship.
Do not watch Mila's booty. Do not watch Mila's booty.
I mean, it's one fine booty, honestly. They work out.
Damn. That booty got me like, wah!
Yeah, we already know what to talk about for Drows.
Sorry, I realize how late it is, sorry. I'm being very loud because I have my headphones on.
Alright, so Sin, now go ahead and read the top part.
Your journey to the mainland is thankfully far smoother.
Sheep-doo.
Guided by both the light of the city and the lighthouse as it fades further out of view. Rose docks the boats, and before entering the tavern once more, bringing your adventure to a full circle. She turns to address you all. Thank you, darlings.
For helping you, can I have a potion on the house, please? Carina looks very sick. She got hit with necros something, and wherever she was touched is probably rotting a little bit.
Necrotic, yeah, necrotic damage.
She not looking too good.
A potion? I don't deal potions, just sleep it off.
Carina narrows her eyes at Rose. See if I ever help you with another fucking thing again. And she wanders over to the chair.
Oh, and she gives you a scowl that she saves for special occasions. Pretend you don't know this about me. That's to everyone.
As Mila walks by, I'll pretend I don't know. As long as it benefits me, not to tell people. And she just looks her up and down, like that way, and just walks in the bar.
You're all embraced by the warm atmosphere of the Compass Rose. Aster immediately starts to bombard you with questions. Rose silently walks over to her and hugs her tightly, not letting go for quite some time. She stands, dusting herself off, resting her hands on her hips. Right. What can I get you?
Whiskey.
Thus bringing this chapter to a close. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween! Before we completely end, though, Carina just looks at her and says, I'd like some fucking Neosporin!
Okay, so now that I can tell you guys some of these footnotes that are on my notes. One of the things that Lisa said to me was, I'm worried that this is not scary. But then again, what is more terrifying than ghosts and ghouls? That's right, emotional turmoil.
I fucking love it.
Oh my god. Lisa was perfect.
What I got. That's right, emotional turmoil.
Alright, well I assume that my hit points are back to normal when we go back in
Yes.
time a week.
Yes.
Wait, does that mean in 2 weeks from time they'll drop down and we'll just have to like hobble around for a day?
Yeah, we'll just pick it up exactly where Carina left off after the lighthouse, and she'll be bitching the entire time, just cursing Rose's name. Fucking bitch, not giving me any fucking blah, blah, blah. I tried to do a good thing and I ended up getting my ass kicked.
Like,
You've been touched by a ghost.
I don't fucking like
I
it.
like being touched by an angel, only, you know, more
by an angle.
Yeah, we certainly don't like being touched by an angel.
I can be your
Touch.
angel or your devil.
Oh.
The
Okay.
devil just walked through the
No, no.
door.
Say
I
it
think we
like
were calling her
Faolin.
the ram earlier.
I could be
No,
your
I wasn't
angel
thinking
or your
of
devil, dude.
Like, I could be your angel or your devil, man.
Well, this was an absolute blast, Lisa. Thank you so much for putting this together. I had so much fun.
This was so fucking good. Again, expletives are exclamation points for me.
Fuck. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming around tonight. And other than that, you all take luck and care. And have a wonderful night.